Hey guys, welcome everybody to Swishcast, the
Indy, you
only
did it
Team
wrong.
Fortress 2 podcast.
Indy,
Oh,
you've
you
done
did
it wrong. You
Uh,
did it
No,
wrong.
you like your mic cut out. We could
It cut
barely
out.
hear that.
It cut
Guys,
out.
you're watching Swishcast, the only Team Fortress 2 podcast ever. Today, my name is Indy. The one on the right, my co-host is... Introduce yourself.
Ooh. We depressed this episode. Look at that. Why are you so miserable?
No, okay. You let me do the intro, and then you're immediately like dunking on me. All right, so
yeah,
I'm
because you
not
did it
happy.
wrong.
Okay, well, that's Party Pub TV. To the right of him
My
is Sam.
God.
Sam, say hello.
And we have a new special guest this episode. It is not aggro. It is not UAKK Crash. It is
Someone infinitely worse. No, I'm just-
Hell yeah.
Introduce yourself for the stream.
All right, I'm Lister. I'm surprised the guy spelled my name right on the phone, given,
given last time.
yeah, track record.
Yeah, we're not good with spelling.
I'm Lister. I'm cool. That's it.
Well, how would you
Yet
describe
to be
your
seen.
How would you describe your content in one word?
History, I guess.
I thought you
That's
were just
lame. I would describe my content with the word bodacious.
I was actually gonna say swaggerlicious, but you know, I think that's probably
if
a
you
better.
want to go with history, okay.
I would say Sam is boring,
I mean, potato.
lackluster,
Mediocre.
mediocre. Anyway, we have a banger episode in store today. This is one that Indy is very, very, very passionate about. Isn't that right, Indy?
I wanted to get Lister on for the longest time on an episode, and I kept telling Sam and Party like, "Oh, we should get Lister on. Why don't we get Lister on? Why don't we get him on?" Then I was like, earlier this week, I was like, "Wait, I'm the guy who gets people on. I'm like, why don't I just fucking do it?"
I think I've only gotten one guest on. I don't remember who was it again.
I think it was like near the start.
I got
someone.
I think I got Space Guy and Lion because I'm like
Yeah.
because I'm like in his Discord and that was it. And he like loves me.
The other
I got Skyman on, but it took like 2 weeks
Yeah,
of
but you
like
were
email
fumbling.
conversations. I don't know why I Damn. did it through email, but
it would like take 2 weeks to reply to an email. Like, nice going, Sam.
I got her in the end.
Yeah, that's
then,
all that
then
matters.
Pura got her in one day for the other second stream, so you want. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, Indy just messaged me and said, like, we pay $1,000 per stream, so I'm in.
we do. That's actually that's how we get so many amazing guests, isn't that right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm purely here for the money, so.
Yeah, Sam. So Sam, isn't that what you said to us when we started the stream? Started doing the podcast.
What? Oh, yeah, I only do it for the money.
Mm.
Fuck the fans. I only do it for the Swishcast mug.
Fuck the fans.
I only do this shit for money. I don't do it for fun. That's just a fucking scam.
I literally hate all of you.
Okay, so before we go on further, my phone's ringing. Hold on.
What?
Oh shit! It's not
That's
working,
Banny.
Indy.
He's shutting it down.
Indy,
We
it's
can't
not
talk about
working.
balance.
It's not working, Indy.
Oh, he's gone. They're so shit. They're trying to do some fucking bit. It's so shit.
Why is it not working?
It's not working, Indy. You're gonna have to
Oh.
screen share it.
I'm gonna screen share it. Fuck's sake.
You
Anyway,
fucking
so
fumbled this.
Can you like not be a scrote for like 1 second, Sam?
That's not what a scrote is.
Sam.
Shut up.
All right, Sam. Okay, so basically, what happened is Indy's got a voicemail for you, Sam, and we're gonna
Exactly.
All right.
we want you to
I
listen
got a
to it.
voicemail
We were
for
gonna
you-
have it
for
play
you
live,
specific.
but it fucking it didn't work.
But you had to be a little grouchy Grinch about it, Sam.
Alright,
So we're
okay,
gonna play
alright,
this one.
I've got the thing on. All right, you listening, Sam?
Alright.
This is a message for you.
Yeah,
before we
I'm listening,
Before
I'm
we
listening.
start this episode, all right, you listening?
Hey, Knots MG, it's Pauline. I want you to know that I am not interested. Not only am I a lesbian, but you're also rocking that blondikai haircut that any girl in a 50-foot radius laughs at. Stop messaging me. Bye. As for our listeners, please enjoy today's episode of Swishcast.
Yay!
Who the
Nice.
fuck was that? Who?
That was Miss Pauling! Stop texting us, Sam, you fucking freak!
Who voiced?
Freaky fucking Sam texting Miss Pauling. All right,
Hold on,
it's
did that
confirmed.
play on?
Typical scout player, am I right?
Yeah.
Could the stream hear that?
Yes, Sam. They all heard it, and you've been exposed.
You've been exposed. All right, stop
Miss Pauling,
messaging
all
her.
I gotta say is, I shoot my shot. All right.
Actual freak behavior. All right. Anyway, let's get on with the
Yeah, all right.
episode.
Yeah, as Miss Pauling said, let's just enjoy this episode of Swishcast.
Okay, Indy, what is our first topic?
Right. So, Lister, I am under the impression from watching your videos that you're a big TF2 historian. Is that correct?
No, I don't know what gave you that idea.
So, that little remark is going to be tallied up at the end.
Oh no.
So,
We'll be adding that remark to our list.
exactly. So, for our first part of the stream, we are asking one simple question. And that question is, as of right now, post Blue Moon patch, is Team Fortress 2 a balanced game?
Oof.
Oh no.
Honestly, yeah, I think so.
All right, thanks for tuning in.
There's like a few outliers, but over the course of the history of the game, this is like the most balanced it's been since like towards the start, before they even added unlockables.
Really? Like that? You think this is the most balanced point?
Probably not the. I guess it kind of depends on how you like define balanced. I'm guessing like how much do you count weapons being garbage? I think that's the main thing. Like for me, that doesn't really factor. Like balance is like how many weapons are too good. But if you're also factoring in how many weapons are too bad, then yeah, no, it's not very balanced right now. You get what I'm saying?
Not really.
I get it. He's
I understand.
saying that there's like less overpowered weapons than there used to be. But the thing is, right?
Yeah.
If you're going with TF2 balance, like what do you mean? Do you mean like casual? Do you mean like competitive? Do you mean like Saxon?
Here's where we discuss. Okay, let's say casually, is this like the best place for 12v12 pubs? Is this like the best point in TF2's history?
Probably not the best, but I do think it's pretty good right now.
Really, with the shitty Sandman and everything?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you like, I don't know. Like, like if, how do I even put this? Like, I guess yeah. Like, if you are including like the awful weapons, then yeah, the balance isn't great right now. At least for me, like personally, it's like if a weapon is like really garbage bad, I basically pretend like it doesn't exist. Like is that, I don't know, is that how you guys think about it?
No, because I think if a weapon's shit, that's just like a waste. Like
I think if a weapon's boring, then yes. But if it's like shit, then it's like I still kind of notice it, and I kind of like, probably either make fun of it or try and make it work.
Well, the thing is, I love the Sandman even as it is now, because it is a shit weapon. Right? It's probably Scout's like shittest weapon, but it's just, I find it so fun to use. Like, it's a bad weapon, you're gonna be put at a disadvantage, but it's a fun weapon to use.
That's how I am too. Like, I'm a Babyface's Blaster stan. The weapon is obviously very punishing, but I like it. I have fun with it. That's basically how I like view balance. Is it fun, even if it's not like quote unquote viable.
Well, we've had this discussion before, but like I think it was the last like weapon changes that came out was unless you want to count Blue Moon, the Jungle Inferno, and then they tried this whole like thing where they like tried to make each weapon more balanced for competitive, which kind of made like weapons like the Panic Attack as the example we bring up. Like, I guess it's like slightly more viable. It's like more viable, but it's also a lot more boring. And that's like, I think that's like a shit. I think in my opinion, that's a worse trade-off.
Is
Like,
there anyone like on this planet that's like my favorite weapon is the panic attack? Like, huh?
hell nah, no one. There used to be like panic attack montages back in the day.
I don't get why they didn't just like make a new weapon, because they're two different weapons,
Literally, they
like
could
the old and new panic attack.
literally make like a new model and like it's just like a new weapon. Like
Yeah, just steal it off the workshop.
get away.
I'm gonna be honest though, like the panic attack as it is now is just like it doesn't. It feels like a Reddit weapon. It feels like something a redditor would make up. It's just like, oh, you pull it out faster and it has a fixed spread. It's like, okay, like I don't.
It's good
it's
on
not-
pyro, I guess.
Like, yeah, but it like compared to like a lot of other like side grades, especially up until that point, it feels like they kind of like lazied out. They were like, "Ah, I don't want to make this weapon word. Let's just make it like like it feels like the black box, like where it's just like, oh, -1 stats plus another. It's like I don't know. I'm not really a fan.
It's boring.
Boring. I think my least favorite thing is when they take the whole gimmick of a weapon and they like neuter it into the ground until it's just like nothing anymore. Like the eternal reward was like its whole bit is that you couldn't cloak.
Well, that's what I was gonna say too, because that has a reskin. So why didn't they like split the stats? Like give the new stats to one and then the old stat to the other.
Exactly. Like its whole gimmick used to be you can't disguise. You have to like work for your disguises. But like when you do get a stab, it's like way less like it's like way more quieter. So it's kind of like you have to work for it a lot more, but you could like pay off with a huge chain stab. And now it's kind of like you can disguise, but like not as often. And like it's just like
That's like a good example of like something being more like quote unquote viable, but at the cost of like a lot of like the fun and flavor factor.
Exactly, and in my opinion, that's just kind of stinky. Because, like, again, like, I don't think any Highlander spies are going to be, like, using the Eternal Reward because of that change. And they're still just going to use whatever the meta is. Like, I don't know.
Well, I feel like a weapon can either be gimmicky or it can be, like, balanced to, so let's say, you're doing a scout shotgun. It can either be a gimmicky weapon or it can be a side grade to the scatter gun, but it can't really be both. Like if you as when you start doing one, you start losing the other, if you get me. So if it goes more gimmicky, then it's probably not going to be as viable as like a side grade to the scatter gun. But if you go more, what's it called? If you go more fucking balanced, then you get probably a less interesting weapon. Because I can't really think of any that are have a really strong gimmick and are yet like that would be considered a side grade for any class.
I guess the only weapon that comes to mind that's like a side grade, that's like a gimmick, is like that's like useful and competitive. I don't know. Is the crossbow a gimmick of the syringe gun?
I would have said
It's like
I would have said the soda popper.
Oh yeah, the soda popper. That's a good popper. That's a good one.
And soda popper is like one of the few that manages to do both.
Is the direct hit banned and competitive?
Yeah. No. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Yeah. Because I tried using it in Ulti Duo the other day and it didn't let me.
There's different ban lists for different like sixes and fucking TF2L. Different leagues have different ban lists, so it's
TF2L bans like everything.
Yeah,
they banned the lock and load last year.
Why?
It's just too strong.
The Market Gardener too.
Why? That sucks.
Oh no, Market Gardener is fucking.
It's fun.
Yeah, no, that's the thing though. That's like that's reinforcing my point that like you have like a gimmicky weapon and a fucking balanced weapon.
Well,
so what makes a perfect side grade? Now that I'm thinking about it, because it's like the panic attack is sort of like a perfect side grade to the shotgun, but like it's not like lame. So what makes like a
is crits a side grade, or is that a whole new thing like with the mediguns?
Well, that is.
I'd say that's a side grade.
Yeah, that's a good one because it's like a simple trade off. You exchange high defense for high power, like but
Dragon's Fury.
Dragon's Fury. It's like
See,
Or that kind of too much of a new thing.
I love the Dragon's Fury. Like, it's the only pyro flamethrower I use. But I think the Air Blast is nerfed just too much for it to be considered a side grade. Like, Solar Light might fucking stab me for wanting
Don't speak his name in
pyro
this
Air
house.
Blast. But it's just I think they see, because it's already more quote unquote skillful to use the Dragon's Fury as it is. You have to hit your shots and then you get more damage for hitting your shots. So I don't think there was a need to nerf the fucking Air Blast. I can't speak today. I don't know why.
Yeah, good job. You're our third host in our podcast.
well, but here, like, here it is, like, another shotgun side grade, the reserve shooter. Like, I would argue that's a perfect side grade. Like, it is
Right
like
now.
on soldier right now. Like, you pop them into the air and you shoot them.
On
Like,
Pyro,
it's
it fucking sucks
Yeah.
now.
yeah, it's true.
It used to be
But-
overpowered. Do you remember that era where it was like, oh,
I
everyone,
do. I
everyone
really
considered
do.
like the most overpowered weapon in like TF2 history? Do you remember that?
But like, when you air blast it, like, sent people in a predictable arc, so you literally just learn the arc and then you just kill them.
I remember back in the day, if you
It
used to
was
use the reserve,
busted.
if you used to use the reserve shoot, everyone would just immediately call you out in chat. So
Like,
no
yeah,
one
that's
used
like
it.
the most hated thing. I think so.
Yeah, but that was
I mean,
kind
I
of
was the
funny.
one. I was the one doing it, so maybe that's why I think that. But
It was really funny though, because you would never see anyone use it just out of fear of being like publicly shamed. Oh, I just spilled fucking coke all over myself. Brilliant.
where's the balance stat on that in red text? Just, you will be called a slur if you use this.
You will be bullied. You will become a victim if you use this weapon. That was the downside of it though, back in the day.
Now it kind of sucks on Pyro. I mean, now that I'm
it's
thinking about it,
useless.
like, why would you use it on Pyro? Like,
The
at
only
all?
situation where it works if you get like a reflect back and they happen to go in the air. You could also
That
just like
point,
hit a
you've, like, already won. Like,
At that point, they're already dead, or you could just hit like a flare, or just like shoot them with a normal shotgun, and they would die. So it doesn't like, literally, it's just useless.
I mean, I do sometimes. I like using it as an anti-trollger weapon. 'Cause,
Oh yeah, that's actually what I was gonna say. It's actually kind of good for just like pissing those soldiers off.
Yeah, so the Soundsmith Nation was not happy. Ugh.
fucking but that's my point with it on, like, soldier. Like it is like a really decent side grade, but you won't see anyone using it because, like, everything else in soldiers, like, well, mostly everything else in soldier secondary slot is, like, a lot more fun to use.
Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to like articulate, because going into this, my like mentality is like, I don't care if something's like quote unquote viable if it's at least like fun. So it's like, in my mind, there's the weapons that are, like the meta, then there's the weapons that aren't the meta but are fun, and then the only weapons I have issue with or wish were changed were the weapons that are bad and not fun.
That's a good point. I was gonna say my mentality for balancing weapons is always they should be fun first, and then like competitive. Like, as long as they're fun to use and fun to fight, then I think you made a good weapon. Because the thing is with competitive, it's not like in Overwatch or like in Paladins where it's like the same. Like, competitive mode is the exact same as the regular mode. It's like competitive TF2 is its own thing with its own rule set, and it's
exactly. That's what people like miss. Because people will say, or I mean, I get the impression at least that they think competitive is like exactly TF2, but just with better players. But no, it's like a different version of the game with its own like criteria, basically, for what would make something balanced. Like, should we bring up the base jumper incident?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Like, is that when
that's
the
like the
base
whole
jumper got
thing.
nerfed?
Yeah,
And it's still banned.
Still banned. Like, the thing, a lot of things with these competitive rule sets is they, like, even if you made like every single weapon boring as fuck, but they're on all balanced for competitive, I'm pretty sure most players are just gonna use the meta. They're just gonna use stock, keep using stock, using what works.
If we lived in a Berenstain universe where the Liberty launcher is just as good as stock, do you really think someone's
It's
gonna
not?
switch?
No.
Is it? Do you really think it is?
No, no.
No. So I think balancing for competitive, trickle down balancing, whatever you're gonna call it, is
Oh
just,
my god, no.
no. It's just I just think it's a disaster.
I can't believe people actually believe that.
That was not.
Trickle down.
We had like a
balancing.
whole
Okay,
we had a whole live episode about this where we just complained about trickle down balancing.
I think trickle
listening
down
to that one.
balancing. If the game was like competitive, if the game had a big competitive audience like CS:GO or something like that, yeah, trickle down balance would be a viable way to balance weapons. But be realistic. A competitive TF2 is not big enough to balance the whole game around.
It's not because like competitive and like Overwatch and shit and CS:GO is the exact same as casual, but in TF2 it's so different. You trickle down balancing just doesn't work. It's like you're like taking a game that's balanced. You're taking two different games and trying to balance the weapons for both of them. It just like that's why basically like 90% of the weapons are banned in fucking competitive, and in casual, all these weapons are open and no one's like abusing them except like I know like the vaccinator maybe, but that's not even a good example.
Like I'm gonna be honest. Okay, this is my spiciest take. I think competitive TF2 is like on the same level as like versus Saxon Hale, because it's literally like it's in a way where it's like a different game altogether. Because like in Saxon Hale, the composition is different, the meta is different, what the weapons do is different. Like you can climb with your melees and you have melee crits. Like that's how I view competitive as well. Like it's a new rule set. It's a new, like, completely new, like, way of playing the game. And people who like draw this equivalent that they're the same thing, just kind of like I heavily disagree.
I think that's what I like.
No, it's facts.
I'm just saying, like, I think that's just, in my opinion, the Jungle Inferno changes were not good. Weapon changes. I mean, there was a few good changes. Like, I knew that I like the new like pocket pistol, for example. But I'll say most of the changes they made were in like the wrong direction, which is a shame. But it's like, you know, there were good ones. The like short circuit's another good one that was good.
Well, now that you mentioned the pocket pistol, it's like sort of like showing Valve's thoughts towards like balancing at that point, because like the pocket pistol had like a unique gimmick, but now it's just sort of like the pistol but better.
No, but to be fair, before it was like the gimmick it was before was that it shot slower, but you'd get health when you hit people. Now it's like it feels a lot more different, and it's actually like usable now. Like it used to be complete arse. Like I don't think you remember.
Wasn't that the one where you like didn't take fall damage?
What? Was that? Now you're going really far back now. I have to ask the historian.
That was before Jungle Inferno. It had no fall damage.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember that. It was like
because it came out with the Babyface's blaster. It's supposed to be like a combo, like the Man Melter.
They must have removed that like quite. Because I don't remember that. Hang on.
It's because no one used it. Because why do you need immunity to fall damage on Scout?
That is true, but you can just
it had it for like the whole thing until 2017.
The funny thing is about that balance. Why would you need it on Scout, especially if you don't have a fucking double jump? Most of your fucking fall damage will be caused by a double jump. So like that one really makes no sense. I also gotta say, just for I can't think of the word. I started playing Jungle Inferno, so that is my that is I did not get to experience like
you poor thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just a baby.
He's an old school gamer while we were prehistoric gamers.
Yeah.
I'm not prehistoric. I started playing like 2014, so I don't know. So that's prehistoric.
I was like 2012.
That is 10 years ago now. That's okay. I actually feel so old. That sucks. Why have you done that to me?
Oh man, when did you start playing Lister?
I was actually one of the first free-to-plays ever. I joined like a day or two after it went free-to-play because I had a friend who kept begging me to get the game, but it cost money. And then when it went free-to-play, I was like, okay, I have no more excuse.
The brokey mindset. I respect it.
Yeah.
that was my mindset when fucking Fortnite saved the world in 2018. I was like, I'll play it with you when it's free. I'll play it with you when it's free because they said they were gonna make it free, and now like 5 years later, it's still not free. So I ain't never playing it.
Well,
yes.
well, like,
indeed.
what would you say? What would you guys say that is? Does TF2 have OP weapons right now?
The Wrangler, maybe.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, I think whatever is too good that's left in the game is only too good in like some situations. It's like there's no weapons that are just like so blatantly like stupid, you know?
Yeah.
feel like the Wrangler is a good case because it gives you too much for what little you're sacrificing.
That shield is ridiculous, especially if you're in like
Mm.
especially if you're in a game of like low team size. Trying to push through that shield can be a fucking nightmare if especially if you're playing like heavy or like soldier and you don't have enough like rockets or enough like firepower behind your back. It can be a nightmare. In 12v12, it's not as bad because you'll have like 15 people like shooting at the sentry. But in like in small players servers, it can be a bit of a nightmare.
And it's also like how many engineers you have.
Yeah. Like if you have 10 different engineers who have like built sentries all over the place, Wranglers, it can be a nightmare.
It's like exponentially like stronger, which makes it weird to kind of gauge. Because I feel like if it's only one engineer, I don't even know if it'd be like OP. I mean, it'd be kind of dumb because like you press 2 and get more health. But I don't know if it'd be like truly OP if there's only one engineer, because then it really is just to kill the engineer and then that's it.
Just think it's so stupid when I like hit like I'm using the direct hit and I hit the sentry and I see it did like 30 damage. I don't think there's a more unsatisfying feeling in the world.
It is incredibly annoying. I'll give you that. Especially trying to push through that shit. It's like the most. It's like so.
I think it would be so much better if the shield was lower, but I also don't think it needs the aimbot that it has. It has like aim assist. I think it's the only weapon in the game that has aim assist.
I think it does because sentries are server side, so it'd like feel broken. I think I'm assuming.
I think in high ping it would be a nightmare to try and aim at people because the sentry like follows at a delay. If that makes sense.
And then it's also like not out of your POV. So like if you ever tried shooting like a disguised spy with the Wrangler, like it just feels like you're not even hitting them, like they just don't die because it doesn't auto lock onto the disguised spy.
I literally just shoot rockets at the floor until they go away. That's my strategy.
I would say the scorch shot is overpowered, but it's not disgustingly overpowered. But the fact that it's not fun to fight against makes it feel like it's, I
don't think it's overpowered. I just think it's annoying.
No, but if you think about it, okay, scorch shot, you shoot in the general area of the player and you get first the initial burst of damage, and then odds are you're going to get all the afterburn damage. Maybe. Because like unless you get to a health pack or a medic, which they're like, there's a good chance you're going to get all the damage out of it, like all the afterburn damage. And by the time you do that, you've basically done as much damage as a rocket, like from your secondary, and you don't have to it's not like the flare or the detonator where you actually have to aim it, so it like gives it a downside. So I think it's not disgustingly overpowered, but it's unfun to fight against, and that like makes it feel more overpowered than it actually is.
I don't say it's overpowered. I just think it's really annoying. Like, it's one of those weapons where it's like annoying to fight against. It's kind of lame to use because like flares can be so fucking satisfying to hit. Detonator you can jump around with. Scorcher you can kind of jump, but you can hit like flare splash, and maybe you can like knock someone off a high tower. So it's just kind of a very brain dead lame weapon in my opinion. I wouldn't say it's overpowered.
I was having a conversation with a friend who thinks the scorch shot is balanced, and they said like, oh, but the point of it is to be Sorry. The point of it is to be annoying. It was like the point of it is to be annoying. Like that's the point of the weapon. But it's like that's shit. Like
It's
it's
just
an
a
awful
spam.
point.
I mean, like the
And
thing is,
they're not
soldier.
your friend anymore, right? You cut off all ties after that.
No, he's in chat, so I can't say.
Oh,
Blocked.
Yeah, that awkward moment.
Who said that? I'm gonna fucking kick that ass.
Should I leak?
Leak.
Yeehaw 44, aka
Yeehaw,
the
It was
said that.
yeehaw.
oh,
Yeah.
I am fucking
know.
speaking right now. I am leaving MANN magazine.
We-
all right?
He's the owner of MANN magazine, the channel we are hosting our podcast on. So you should.
We're taking the channel back. We're gonna go join.
Yeah.
We're gonna go join a new
Goodbye.
magazine. Goodbye.
his silence is deafening.
Exactly. But no, like if the point of the weapon is to be annoying, then I think it's time to go back to the drawing board, Mr. Walker. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
like that's awful. I do think it should be changed. It's just kind of like what
Just
Party
get rid of the
says.
splash.
Yeah.
Is that? But that. What would be the
Alright,
point then?
the thing is, right, I think, like, because, like, Soldier and Demo are very spammable classes. Like, you can spam stickies and spam rockets, and that is, and whether you like that or not, that spamming, like, projectiles is kind of a part of TF2, especially in maps like Dust Bowl, where you just need to, like, push through a sentry nest or a big group of players. It's good to just have, like, stuff you can just keep shooting. And so I guess, like, they wanted to give Pyro, like, a thing like that, since he doesn't really have one. Because, like, you can't really spam flares, because they need to be hitting players, and they don't do enough damage on their own. So they were like, oh, let's give him the scorch shot so he can spam flares in a point. But then people didn't realize how annoying it is to be constantly getting sneezed at across the map, knocked back, and hit like with fucking afterburn constantly. So I don't know how you would like balance it to like give Pyro another weapon he can spam, but I think we can all agree it's not really a fun weapon.
I don't think Pyro needs a weapon to spam.
Yeah, I
His
don't know.
primary is the weapon to spam.
Well, that's more of like the flamethrower is supposed to be like an ambush weapon, mostly.
One time I was going full speed with the Babyface's blaster, then I got stunned by the scorch shot, died instantly, and I slammed my table so hard that one of my keycaps fell out.
I don't blame you. Like it's just like an annoying weapon. It's
legit.
literally the whole design of the weapon is to be spammable. That is it. You know what I mean? Like so it's like of
Just
course
like
it's gonna be
suck.
annoying. I don't know if Pyro needs that. I mean if I don't know. I'm just like rambling.
I to cap off like scorch shot. Like there's like the idea itself just sucks. There's no way to rework it. Like you said, someone said who said like remove the splash, but like what would be the point then? Like it's just like a flare gun that stuns. Like huh? Like can we not have things that stun?
I don't think you can.
I don't know.
I don't think.
I'm sorry, but you aren't you the ones that wanted the fucking old Sandman back?
Yeah, but the old
I
Sandman wasn't like spammable though. Like
Exactly.
Scorch, you get 20 Scorch shot flares you can just like spam in a choke point and piss everyone off. With Sandman, you get one bolt, you get one ball that can stun one boy. That wasn't overpowered either.
And also, Sandman doesn't have splash.
yeah, exactly. You have to be good with it to like you optimally use the Sandman. I know people complain that stun mechanics are fucking bullshit and unfun, but I think the Sandman was one of the rare exceptions where it was actually like good.
I think it was just an overcorrection with
Yeah.
Valve. Like I was thinking about it. Like I would at least have it so like your enemy can't move when you stun them or something. Like because like what it is now is just kind of like lame. It's just kind of sucks.
It's just boring. It's actually like shit. Like it's the downside is massive and the payoff is like nothing. Like it like literally means nothing. Like, I guess it's fun. It's still a fun weapon to hit people with, but when you hit them, it's like, okay, what did I actually do? You know what I mean?
Yeah. What now?
Like what do I do now? It's like you're like, oh, they're slowed down. I can kill them.
Slower.
Yeah, but they're slower,
That's
but
huge.
it's not huge.
That's huge.
Then he
That's
goes left.
huge.
Then he starts smashing A and D, and now he's back to regular speed.
At least if they kept the guillotine combo, I could maybe see still it being alright.
God, I miss it so much.
It was so peak. Why would you
miss it so
remove it?
much.
Why? That's actually the worst thing they've ever done. That's just why I hate the Jungle Inferno fucking patches.
Well, that's Jungle Inferno, and one word is okay. Maybe this is two words. Overcorrection.
Yeah.
That's like 90% of the changes in a nutshell. But I think it's because Valve was kind of like seeing the writing on the walls. They, had one foot out the door. So they thought, okay, like with all these weapons that we can't really figure out, just kill it.
It sucks.
Yeah.
That's lame. Like the pyro changes were good. Like 100, I think everyone could agree that the new flamethrower is like way better than the old one. But the weapon balance is just, I don't know. I just left a bad taste in my mouth. And the thing
Bring
is,
back
right?
the ambassador.
Yeah, why? Why is it shit? Okay, I'm getting angry now. I'm actually getting pissed off by these fucking balance changes.
There was one weapon that we neglected to mention with this overpowered talk. Well, what about the vaccinator?
Oh, I used to be like a vaccinator main. I stopped genuinely because I started just feeling bad.
You saw the error of your ways.
Yeah. You guys had Zenith on a podcast, right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
So funny story, like 2 years ago, I met him on like a pub. He was on the other team. I was Vax Medic. In that game, I went on like a 40+ kill streak, and that convinced him of why the Vax is OP, because he kept trying to kill me and he just couldn't.
Yeah, that boy does love complaining.
Love him.
We love him, really.
The vaccinator is just like it's the Wrangler problem of like just being unsatisfying to fight against, because there's nothing more nothing like worse than hitting a fat direct rocket and then seeing it did like 20 damage. Like,
it's not far removed from like the walls and stuff and dare I say Overwatch. Like it's just not fun to just sit there and like shoot at something that you can't kill, basically.
It's
like as soon as you see that shield like over that soldier or heavy, you know that he's unkillable, so you like might as well be Ubered.
Did you guys know you can crossbow people with the bubble? So it's literally just the Sigafu save.
Oh my god!
I haven't heard the Sigafu save thing in the
I have not heard sorry, I didn't know the phrase. I didn't hear the phrase Sigafu save in a very long time.
I've not heard that save.
Unearthed memories.
You'll actually have to remind me what the Sigafu save is.
I felt my like hairs start graying.
I was like, what that? I feel so old, man. The Sigafu save.
So it was the old Wrangler didn't have any heal penalty. So with the Rescue Ranger, every bolt effectively healed like I think it's like 225 health, which is literally more than a normal sentry.
Oh
yes,
yeah. Like, that was a good change as well. The Sigafu save was crazy. I think she forgot that existed though. Like Jesus. I
remember when I saw that for the first time, I thought it was like the most high tech, like greatest play you could ever make. And then when I like attempted it for myself, I was like, no, this is easy.
I remember the Rescue Ranger was like
press 2 and then shoot at your sentry.
Yeah.
I remember the Rescue Ranger at one point used to be like hands down like the best defense engineer weapon, but now it's like
I mean, it kind of still is.
I would say it still is, but it's like there ain't no
just for defense.
Save. Just for defense, because he's like trying to attack with it is like baby shit. Like it's just sucks.
I remember when it like didn't used to consume metal, so you would like even when you had 0 metal,
that was dumb.
Keep your sentry alive.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
Sigafu save. Sorry, need to recover from that.
It's like that was like that scene in like Ratatouille where he like eats the food and like he flashes back to his childhood.
Shouldn't have gotten that TF2 Historian on. I
think the vaccinator isn't. I think in like a 12v12 24 lobby pub, it's not like I wouldn't say it's like in like overpowered, but the less players you have, the like stronger it gets. Because like the less like classes you have on standby that can counter whatever pit shield they put up. But I think regardless of that, if you're fighting a vaccinator, it's like what is the play if they just have your like defense, like just run away? I guess like I don't know. But it's like they just have 4 Ubers against you specifically, which is just not fun.
And people will say like, oh well, how is that different from fighting like a normal, pocket medic? But I don't know, like I want to try killing someone with the pocket medic, and sometimes it works. But if they have the vaccinator, you just literally can't, do anything. You have to run away.
Can't headshot, can't do anything, just can't, just give up. I don't know, like you lose.
Medic, but he has his Uber like every 4 seconds.
But it's a shame because I love how like it makes playing medic kind of actually fun, you know? Like I know some people think like stock medic on his own is fun. I don't really get it though. But like the vaccinator, like how you have to like, you know, constantly be paying attention and reacting, like it's actually really fun to use. It just not fun to play against.
I think pre-crossbow medic was considered quite unfun to play, but I think that's the crossbow and the uber sword.
The crossbow just
Yeah.
makes
Crossbow plus uber sword just makes medic like 10 times more fun because you actually like constantly jumping around doing stuff instead of just being like
you are actually contributing to society.
you are actually like you're actually doing things that require skill and just clicking on a guy and being like ooh. I can't. I still can't play medic though because I can't help but go in even if I am not ready.
I just like saving people as medic. That's my favorite part of that class. Which is
I
why I
think
don't like double don't like the vaccinator because it like heals so slow. Like I don't like that.
Yeah, but if you use the crossbow, you can just like use that.
Sorry, it's the stupid podcast.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to. Is that all the overpowered weapons?
Should we look up what weapons are considered overpowered quickly?
I think
there's
we've
still
gone.
the elephant in the room.
What's the elephant?
The certain class that has been discussed.
What the?
Oh.
If you wanted to say that's sniper as a whole class.
I think
I have always had more fun when there was not a sniper on the enemy team. Is all I'm gonna say.
The thing is, I am a scout main, so he affects me like I don't care. I genuinely could not care less. Like, yeah, okay, I'll still get headshot from time to time, but most of the time, I'm like quick enough or like move around enough to like for him to not snipe me. And you know, if I get up close, it's an easy kill. So I understand for like people who like main heavy and slower classes like that. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean the person that mains heavy. They're a dying breed.
The one guy.
John Heavy.
Large Joseph.
No.
Slap nuts. I refuse to not say the slap nuts part of his name.
No, it was
Shouldn't have gotten rid of it.
I'm the only flanking heavy man. All right.
Flanking heavy. I'm money heavy in MBM.
Money heavy. It's actually a tank buster heavy set. Anyway,
fucking Buffalo Steak and Warrior Spirit.
No, if you get swing speed on Warrior Spirit, then you can Buffalo Steak. You can tank busters heavy. Anyway, that's completely off topic.
It's like.
That's a good question. Hang on, wait. I got a good thing to bring up after sniper.
Yeah, I wanted to say that sniper is such a like fundamental issue that is like so out of scope for this podcast because I read something from like I saw a fucking forum thread from November of 2007 where everyone in the forum was just bitching about sniper, just like he's awful, he ruins every lobby, and like that is like a month after the game's release. Like the game is you can't even make the argument that like, oh, it's just that snipers have had 15 years to get good. It's like, no, it's always been a problem. And back then, there were actually no sniper servers being run in the community tab. Or, I mean, I guess there was only the community tab back then, but there were no sniper servers where if you tried to pick sniper, the game would just kick you. That's back in 2007. So it's just like it's such a fundamental issue that it's like, how would you even fix him?
I think that sums it up. It's like it's not even about whether he's like balanced or what would he do. It's just, does he belong in the first place, or would the game be better off if he was just reworked entirely?
My opinion on sniper has always been that that I don't think TF2 is like I don't think a sniper shouldn't exist in TF2. I think he has his place. I think the real problem is that a lot of classes Like basically like their counter to sniper is only don't stand in the sideline and that's it. Like they don't have anything they can do to like avoid like being killed by a sniper from long range except from just like not be there. Which is like,
I hate the phrase "respect the sightline." It
Yeah,
just like
so-
pisses me off. Like, yeah, respect the sightline, aka like don't play the game, just stay in spawn.
literally the only class that counters sniper 100% is another sniper. That's literally it. Because like from a distance, there's really nothing you can do. Like you can't deploy a smoke screen. You can't like put a shield up.
I think spy can counter sniper.
I guess spy.
I think you're underestimating spy.
I guess spy, but like
that is one of the few things he is good at.
But like I feel like a lot of people, they don't want to have to keep switching to spy or sniper when they keep getting just to,
yeah,
like,
but no, we're not. Yeah, we're not talking about that though. But like a spy, like you're talking solely like a counter. Spy is a counter to sniper.
But then sniper has so many cards stacked against spy. First of all, he has like random melee crits, so spy like fumbles and you can just kill him instantly.
He has an entire weapon that just removes spy from backstabbing you.
Razorback, and then you have like the server. What if you don't have random crits enabled? Girardi Bushwalker, like that. Like it's just like they. Like the sniper has like the only counter to a good sniper is a better sniper. Like that's basically it.
At one point, pyro was considered a counter because you could like use flares to like disrupt his aim with like the scorch shot like we were just talking about. But then they added the fucking stupid ass shield, which just removes that entirely. So it's like,
I love how the danger shield.
Yeah.
At first, it turned off one counter by making you survive headshots. And then Valve thought, that's a bad idea. And then they reworked it just to turn off another counter with the flares.
Oh, like I remember that. I remember this. The danger shield used to be like everyone used to
one of the most hated weapons ever
because it used to do like 140 damage on a headshot and you could live. Oh my god, that was the worst. I remember that was a good change, but they made to change that, but the change they did do still wasn't the best. Like.
I don't get why sniper has like because he hard counters pyro. So why would he need a counter weapon for like the class he already hard countered? Like I don't get it.
Like that's stupid. Like the more you think about that, the more you realize that weapon is. Like
I really want to know what like the conversation behind that was. Like how did they come to that decision?
Why don't we just make it counter another class? How about pyro? Yeah, we'll go on then. Like literally. I mean, giving him more health is fine. Just don't have that headshot resistance. That was the main thing that everyone didn't like. What was it, bullet resistance or whatever? The thing that made it like not be able to headshot you.
It was bullet resistance.
Yeah, it just got rid of that. And I think the weapon would have been fine because then you could have played like a more aggressive sniper.
Could have been like a huntsman.
Yeah, a huntsman.
That's a good point. I think the huntsman is like perfectly balanced, like contrary to like everything else. Like besides like some like hitbox stuff, it is so much harder to be like oppressive at long range with the huntsman. And if sniper if sniper had like projectile bullets like they do in Fortnite, it would solve like a lot.
I think I don't know who it was, but I remember one of us suggested on the podcast an idea of having snipers like headshots be like kind of like the ambassadors, where it's based on how close you are or like how far away you are. So it's like you only like was it like more damage far away or more damage close up? I think it was more damage far away, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think like the further you are, the more damage you do.
Well, I think that would help a lot because like I think everyone hates being quick scoped up close. I think that's like the most annoying thing ever. It's like, oh, finally I've closed the distance. Now I can win.
See now we're circling because like people don't like when they're shot from far away either. Like it's not like there's
the sniper, so I imagine that's like that's gonna happen like regardless if he's in the game.
Well, yeah, but it's just like with sniper, the idea just feels like so like fundamentally flawed that there's no real like band-aid that we can propose on a podcast.
No, I feel like some sort of like mechanic where you have to charge a little before headshotting, and maybe like just like some damage scaling depending on the distance could help. But like I think that would be. I think there is a risk of making sniper like completely shit as well. Like if you go too far of the changes.
I do think your like line should like be visible whenever you're scoped in, like
There-
just like a line dot.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
I
There's
think-
already the dot, but you can barely fucking see it. It's like you have to. Like,
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
a
I just
magnifying
hide it on a
glass.
wall.
It's on the wall. It's like I have to constantly looking behind
Or
you.
if it's on like a one of those like metal doors, I mean you just can't see it.
Yeah.
It's just impossible to see. It should just be like a very visible line.
TF Classic has that like thing where it's like when he shoots, it has like a tracer, which is
Yeah, and even that's better because like then you see one of your mates get shot, and it's like, okay, so there is a sniper there. Now I
and
know.
you can figure out where he is. One of the worst things when there's a sniper and no one knows where he's in the god spot and no one can figure out where he is.
He found the god spot.
Yeah.
Someone's asking, is this about TF2? Like, what?
No, we're actually talking about Balloons
We're talking
TD6.
about Paladins.
No, we're talking about Balloons, the sniper monkey. Is he broken?
Yeah. He's completely overshadowed by the mortar monkey. I mean,
That is
come
true.
on.
There should be a mortar class TF2, guys. Come on, what do you think?
Come on. Oh, man.
Did you just
okay.
not read the title of the video he clicked on?
He didn't see that. He
It's
saw the
about
he
TF2.
saw the giant soldier and was like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. I'm not.
I'm here for Fortnite.
I wonder what game he's from. Okay.
I'm here for Fortnite.
Well, I've got before we move on, because we are starting to run this topic a little bit into the ground. There is one more weapon that we have overlooked as overpowered, that just came to mind, and it's not in the MVM mode. Do you remember the gas passer scenario?
Uh-oh.
Do you remember that one?
But it's like the robots
We're not talking
don't
about
feel
MVM
pain.
balance, are we?
no.
like,
I just
the
think if it's on the copy of overpowered weapons, it's just like might as well just bring it up quickly.
I'm just gonna say, like, when something's overpowered in MVM, who gives a shit? Because the robots aren't gonna like yell in chat.
I don't think like ruining the balance of a PVE mode is like it's
It doesn't even ruin it. It's just like,
does it ruin the
like,
game?
what-
Like not really.
like whatever. Like just like if you really want an MVM experience completely catered and engineered to your liking, get 5 friends. It is not that hard.
Like it's already a nightmare trying to find 6 people who are actually competent MVM, and so it's like, it's like I don't know, but like I guess maybe I don't know. I literally do not give a shit. Like I don't even know. I'm trying to fucking make something out of this.
Trying to make
I'm
something out
I'm
of
like,
nothing.
actually, I just realized I have no thoughts on this topic at all. I don't know why I bring it up. I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, if you kick
Like-
someone over gas passes, I think you're just take your fucking win and just go.
Yeah, the last OP weapon is the boogie bomb, but I don't think we have time to get into that.
I think we should move on. Sam, do you have anything to add about the gas passer before we move on?
I like literally it's PvE. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's like, who gives a single
Who
fuck?
gives
I remember that being a
fucking-
huge drama, though. I just remember that like being like massive. Like, oh, it's
I feel like this could go on forever. So
yeah.
yeah.
One thing I will say, the gas passer is like one of the worst weapons in casual. Like it fucking stinks.
It's
I-
the worst weapon in the game.
I think it's up there. It's definitely. I wouldn't say it's the worst.
It's not just bad on its own, but you're giving up your secondary for pyro that like needs a secondary. Like at least with like something like the sun on a stick, like yeah, it's garbage, but you're not really losing that much, really.
Yeah, I guess.
the gas passer makes it like has me having like an AVGN moment where I yell at my screen going, "What were they thinking?"
It's just shit.
Let it combo with the neon annihilator,
I guess. but-
please. Just I mean, it'd still suck, obviously, but at least that'd be like fun.
That would be like
kind of.
funny.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be funny.
They should like take the thing it does in MVM, put it in casual, and obviously not make it do 300 damage. Make it like 50 damage on everyone. There you shoot. There you go. That would make it look okay, I guess. Then it'd be like kind of like a grenade.
Now we're at a podcast crossroads where you three can choose your own adventure. I will give you 2 topics and you can choose which one we will actually talk about.
Okay, let's really let the guests
this-
choose.
I think we should let the guest choose. Okay. Should we talk about the most underpowered weapons now, or the most underrated weapons?
Oh, I think underrated. because everyone knows all the like garbage weapons like the Bison.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
we
the
have
underrated is a bit more spicy.
there's enough bad weapon academies out there you can read up on. So,
Okay, alright.
Wow,
Like-
shameless ad read.
Huh? Am I bad weapon academy? I wish, but no.
We got the sponsor.
We are not sponsored by him anyway.
Well, then explain the scored shot rant.
Did you go on a scorch shot run? I don't remember. I remember the 30-minute third degree video, but it's one stat and that was it.
I will never let that go.
I will never let that one go.
One weapon. Okay, I'm gonna get my foot in the door here. The fucking candy cane, so underrated.
Really, I think it's dog
Explain.
shit.
I like it, yeah.
No, but it's like you can like it, but you have to admit, like most people when they see it, they think of a bad weapon. I can't remember. It's some YouTuber. I genuinely can't remember who it was. Like fabricated the idea that it's a bad weapon, but it's really not. It's not at
Doesn't
all.
that make you one shot by pipes and rockets though?
No.
Am I wrong? I think
No,
it
it
does.
does.
Okay. Well, it's direct rockets and direct pipes, but
So mini health kits, is that really a big payoff?
the mini health kits, no, it's genuinely like, oh, I played with it for a good while for my scouts, what's it called, Magnificent Melees video, and if somebody is actively saying that they hate it, I played with it for ages for that video, and I never found that like direct hit, like direct. Okay, one, if a soldier's like direct shotting you, you're probably fucked already. So it's like a side grade. It's like, yes, it's more difficult to use, but if you are good at the game, it will reward you more. Like, I was basically always at full health while I was using it. I genuinely don't know why I don't use it more.
I just think it's like if you want to play aggressive scout and you get hit by a rocket, it's just like, I don't know. People
Wah,
just-
wah.
Yeah.
I think
so
you're
rough.
better off using the Sandman.
I don't think it's worse than the Sandman. I think it could be. It's fine depending on like the team composition and if you're playing medieval mode. But aside from that, it's like I don't know. I'm not a big candy cane defender.
I see the candy cane in the same way I see the backscatter. It's more of like a training wheels weapon. Like if you're really bad at dodging like explosives, just like equip it and like you can like it's like training weights, if that makes sense. Like
That
this
is-
The stupidest thing I've ever heard, because it's actively detrimental against explosives. So it's not a training wheels weapon.
It's like the
Well-
lead,
well,
it's like
no,
the,
it is,
No, it's
because,
like
like, if you-
Goku's lead vest. That's what it's like.
Exactly. So like when you finally take it off, you're gonna be like too beast to care at like avoiding explosives. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I mean, I
I
wouldn't
think
use
the
it like
hidden
that.
stat of the candy cane is announcing your kill streak by having like 50 small health packs all over the map.
That
This
is
is a flex.
that is a fucking flex.
I guess that is pretty.
Don't you
fun.
have can't like enemies pick them up as well?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I don't think
It's
it's that
really
good.
not that. It's not that big a deal. Honestly, it's like it sounds bad on paper, but when you use it, it's like you end up taking the health kit majority of the time anyway, and it gets you up to full.
Maybe
so
if
it's
you use the candy cane and the mad milk, you can like get super health or something. I don't know.
No, you don't even need the mad milk. Just use it as like a passive. Just use it as your fucking melee.
Man, I mean, I think I've tried using it once as like a bit, and I get killed by one rocket, and it's like fuck this, and I've switched it off. So I don't know. Maybe you are right.
Try it again, because I think it's genuinely underrated.
All right, Samuel. All right, I'll give it a go.
I think another really like thing people sleep on is the Criticola while we're on Scout.
People
Criticola's
used to
great.
think that was overpowered. Do you remember that?
I do remember, but now people are, oh, it's so bad, but it's like it's really not. Like
No,
it's
an underrated strategy is a short stop and Criticola. Like that actually does do lots of damage.
what I've been running for the past like 3 days. I've been running this set. I've been running Sandman, Criticola, and Babyface. And yesterday I went on an 11 kill streak on like Koth, and it was like awesome because like unless there's a mini sentry, you're like an actual like force to be reckoned with.
Yes,
Because
there's
like
a mini
if
sentry.
you like pop pop mini crits, then you can like get full boost off of like one shot with the baby face, and then you're just like coasting after that. It's like such an underrated loadout that's like it's very punishing. Like one mistake and you're just dead, but it's also like a lot of fun.
I like using the Sandman with the baby faces blaster because it's just like comical how much faster you are if you slow someone down and you have full boost. Like it's not even good, it's just funny.
He just like runs circles around him.
Literally.
I think my underrated weapon pick gotta go to the airstrike. I fucking love that thing. It's
I
so
love it too.
it's so fun. I don't like how you have to build rockets with it. I think it should just have like 6 off the bat. But apart from that, I think it's peak. I think it's really funny to bomb someone with like 1 billion rockets at once.
It's really good for sentry nests. Like every single time I go on Swiftwater, every time I'm on offense, I just go out of spawn with the airstrike, and then every single time the sentries just get deleted because the skybox is so high. There's nothing they can do.
Exactly. It's definitely a map reliant weapon. Like trying to use the airstrike in junction is probably a fucking disaster. But
Fucking junction.
but that actually sounds like hell. But if you do it in like a wide open map, then it can be actually like insane.
I was gonna say people sleep on the quickie bomb, but then I thought about it for more than 2 seconds, and yeah, they should continue sleeping on it.
Quickie bomb might be the only weapon I always forget fucking exists. Like, genuinely.
Oh man, I'm trying to think what's like a really do you guys have any other really like sleeper weapons that more people need to be using?
I've got one, but I know you disagree with it.
Go on.
Oh, here it comes.
It's time. All right, set aside the next 30 minutes. The lock and load. It's good.
This is fine, I guess. Like, I don't know.
It's like a direct downgrade from stock. Like, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I mean, if you really fucking hate engineer, then like yeah, I'd say. I think the biggest disappointment with the lock and load is that it used to be so good. Like it used to be peak, and now it like makes no sense design wise, and it's just like what it's just kind of.
I think it's good for the speed bonus.
Yeah, it's
because it just like extends your range basically, because you can just like flick and then they can't react to it in time. And it's really good for scouts. I use it with like hybrid knight, and what I do is I hit like a scout or a light class with one lock and load and then kill them immediately with the tide turner, the charge, and it's just an insta kill. They can't avoid it.
No, I guess that's pretty cool, but like I feel
you need to learn. You need to learn like a whole new way of aiming for like little to no reward, like at all. Like it's just like even if you're like have the same aim with the stock one as you do with the lock and load, the best you're gonna get is now you can take down sentries easier when you have a direct line of sight to them, I guess.
I'd say it's good for hybrid knight because it's easier to take down sentries, but like. I just think that it used to be peak because like it used to be 2 shots, high damage, high risk, high reward type weapon. It used to be like the direct hit of the grenade launchers. But then they said fuck that, and they did something else which is just way lamer in my opinion. So it's definitely a weapon
that is watered down.
It's just living in the shadow of what it used to be a lot, which kind of stinks in my opinion. Like sorry, but.
Disgusting.
I mean, it's not the worst. It's definitely not the worst weapon, the grenade launcher or anything. Don't even know what are the other grenade launchers.
Iron Bomber and Iron Bomber.
I guess there's the fucking loose cannon.
Loose cannon.
I think I might just sit this fucking discussion out because I am the world's worst demo man player. Like I actually just cannot play demo man. So I'm gonna pipe down and listen up.
Was that intended?
I mean,
pipe down.
Could someone get that?
Samuel, you make me laugh every time.
This is why I'm everybody's favorite host.
Sam,
you are freaking epic.
You are considered
fucking.
I literally ruffled.
I'm rafflecoptering.
Rafflecopter inbound.
This is Bob. Bob is fighting against Plus.
Yeah, call that your airstrike, the rafflecopter.
Okay, doing it right now as we speak. Anyway, you don't have to sit the discussion out because I think we're done with demo. Unless there's any other ones you want to talk about. I'm trying to think underrated weapons.
I hate Demo Night.
Oh, I got a good one. The heat maker is actually all right because people often forget you can use the focus at like any % of the bar.
Oh yeah,
Like,
forgetting
people
that.
always forget that. People always forget you don't have to wait till it's fully charged. You can literally just use it at like any point, which makes it like a lot.
I
better.
always want to like use that because I think like, oh man, this thing is like really good in MVM. Let me try it, outside, and then I remember, oh yeah, I don't have like the 0.2 second reload.
Yeah, that's true. But I think being able to focus at any time does make it like pretty good, like especially in like some like points where it's like really locked down.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but I have like 3 hours total on sniper,
Yeah, fair enough.
so I can't really participate.
I don't play.
No, I don't play any snipers. I think we are the like least qualified group of people to be talking about sniper.
I mean, I think I probably play the most sniper here, and I would say it's definitely underrated. Sydney Sleeper is also kind of a fun one, I think, because it just charges so quickly. Like if you just really can't hit fucking shots today, it's like.
Do you think they should have removed the Gerardi explosion? Do you remember that?
Like when you hit wait, that was removed. I thought that was still a thing.
Yeah.
Is that when you get a headshot? Did it like explode?
Yeah, when you headshot, it would
cause like a massive explosion of Gerardi in the radius.
Wait, I thought that's still in the game.
Me too.
No. Now it's like you get a headshot, and I shit you not, you get like 10% recharge to your Gerardi if you have it.
That's shit as fuck. What the hell? Does that even make sense? You get a headshot and he pisses himself. Like what?
It pisses himself with excitement.
Like, huh? That doesn't make sense. No, that's lame. They should definitely bring that back because that like makes it like way more interesting. I don't think it's that bad. I remember that used to be a massive meme where like only like noobs would use the Sydney Sleeper and like the Machina, but in reality,
it's good for counter sniping too.
Yeah, that's a good. That was this bit I used to do where like where if I got sniped, I would like hide behind I'd go sniper, hide behind like a post, charge up my shot, and then just like snipe him from God knows where with the Sydney Sleeper. I didn't even have to think about getting a headshot, and they'll get really pissed off.
And pissed on.
We've
Oh,
done it again, boys.
We are such a jovial group today.
We are actually holly jolly.
Holly jolly. What about the Enforcer?
I don't know. It's just
nah,
lame.
Against doesn't it like penetrate the vaccinator?
Who gives a
and
shit?
Like
you're a spy against like the 450 health heavy.
You could just like backstab them. Like
I can take him.
It's just I swear you should just do more damage at one point, didn't it?
Yeah, it was just a flat 20% increase.
Weapons used to just be like they used to just be like it does. Like, this weapon does this and it takes away that, and now everything wants to be like in this weird middle ground where it just kind of like stinks. And
not many sleeper hits besides the Sydney Sleeper.
I think, by the way, I think in casual having no random crits is actually a legitimate downside. Like people overlook that one, especially on melee weapons. A melee weapon that cannot do random crits I think that's actually genuinely a big downside in casual because of how
like the Southern Hospitality.
Yeah, like I think that makes that weapon just like kind of like shit. Just for that fact.
I think the thing about random crits is, like the no random crits stat, that on weapons that aren't melees, it's not a stat because the fucking crit is fundamentally random. So there's not 100% chance you get it. So it doesn't really make a fucking difference. It shouldn't really be in balanced discussion. Like that shouldn't be in. That I don't think any gun should like. And no weapon should be balanced around the no random crits downside.
I mean, but the thing is, it just is though. It's like right now.
You know, while TF2 is being worked on, it was always a big meme to say, "Oh, how's Valve gonna balance this weapon? Oh, I know, they'll just add no random crits."
Yeah, I know it's like a big meme, but I genuinely think a melee not having that is like having no crits is like actually kind of a big deal. Like, I'm gonna be real.
Melees, yes, because melees have a bigger.
They have like they crit like 90%, like fucking like 60% of the time. Like I swear to God.
It does. It genuinely does feel like a 50% chance. I know it's a bit lower than that, but it does feel like a 50% chance.
I think it was weirder back in the day because when the only way to play was community servers, there were a lot. I mean, just like someone said earlier, there were no sniper servers. There were a ton of like no random crit servers, and so that actually made it like kind of weird on Valve's part. But nowadays, you know, like the default way is casual, and most of the surviving community servers are, you know, based off of casual. So now it's like I mean, I guess other than Uncletopia, like most players play with random crits now. I don't really know if it was like that in the past.
I think I don't know. I think random crits have always been like a standard from what I've seen. It's only with like Uncletopia and stuff that they just like people started removing them. I don't know if there were. I don't remember that many no random crit servers when in 2014. But if you want to go further back, then maybe. I'm not really sure. Do you guys think Trollger is an underrated playstyle?
Trollger should.
I think it's OP. It needs to be banned.
I think it does
There
need to be banned.
in sixes there should be the Pocket, the Roamer, and the Trollger.
What do you guys think of the Cowmangler? Do you think it's
It's boring.
Nah.
It is boring, yeah.
I think it's
The
definitely
charge shot is funny.
It's definitely a weapon that that suffers that suffers way more in pubs than anywhere else. In like casual, in like competitive, I think the Cowmangler just like doesn't really matter. Like you can use it, you can not use it. It really doesn't make a difference. In casual though, it is pretty fucking big. Just because like there are 90% of the time there will be at least one sentry, and then you just can't do anything about it. And like the charge shot is just like it just kind of exists. I mean, it's fun, but like I don't know, it's just kind of a weapon.
How about should we talk more about the soda popper? Because I've been wanting to like pick that weapon up because I think it's really slept on.
Sam, what do you think about this?
Oh no, yeah, soda popper. It's like the people who use it understand that it is like as good as the scattergun. Some would say better, but the thing is, not a lot of people use it. So I don't think people think it's a bad weapon. But I'd say it's definitely underrated. It's not used enough. I feel like I should be seeing like the same amount of soda poppers as I do like direct hits and stuff like that, because I think it's on that same level.
It's because people in TF2 don't look up. So it's like you're basically immune to half the team when you're jumping in the air.
They're like dogs. They don't look up.
I think I remember when the soda popper used to recharge by running around. That was fucking.
That was so bullshit. You could just like spam.
It was so bullshit.
That was ridiculous.
I used to like go on CTF maps and just run the fuck around, and then like steal their intel because I couldn't like kill people because I was shit at the game.
You won't remember this, Sam, but before the jump thing, it used to give you mini crits. Like that was actually when it was like robust.
Just by like walking.
Just by walking, you could get mini crits. Like it was actually fucking ridiculous.
I did the math with like the numbers. If you didn't like store the boost, which you could do just by switching weapons, like if you just like let it build and pop whenever, it was literally like 40% of the time for just having WASD keys.
Literally, like it's just like you just get it for just existing. Like literally, you don't have to earn it or anything. I think that was when the weapon was genuinely busted. Now it's like, I think competitive it's considered busted, but competitive is niche. In casual, I think it's pretty fine. I think it's balanced fine. I think I would say it's just as good as like the Skygun. Yeah, like honestly, Soda Pop is one of the best alternatives I think that Scout has going for him. I like it more than the Force of Nature, but like I still like the Force of Nature.
I love the Force of Nature. That's another weapon where it's like it's not good, but I don't care because it's just so fun.
Yeah, I know. I've seen people go beast with it though. I've seen people go crazy with the Force of Nature.
I want to see what happens if people get really good with like the self knockback. Because I feel like if you got really good at it, wouldn't it just be like the old atomizer where you're just like basically triple jumping all over people?
Exactly.
I don't know.
No, I've seen people go fucking mental with it because you can do some like, especially if we're trying to like shoot like a scout in the air, like an air shot or something, or like it can be like impossible to fucking like predict where they're gonna go. And another thing is they can stay in the air for so long with it that it's like you can't like wait till like hit splash. If you know what I mean. So yeah, no, if you know how to use the force of nature, you can go fucking mental. Sam hates it though. He says it sucks.
I have made my opinions on it very clear.
Every time we bring it up, he's like, I hate it.
I don't. It's not. I don't find it fun to use, and I don't. It's not a good weapon.
I have seen people go fucking mental with it. I don't think it's. I think it's one of those weapons where you have to unlock its potential.
Like, I get why it exists. It exists like to give Scout more mobility, but then they added the soda popper and they made it redundant.
Yeah,
so it's just a shittier soda popper.
That is true because like the soda popper, you can just like go. You could just go anywhere, and it's like way faster and better. The force nature is slow as fuck, and it's like that it's going and it doesn't go nearly as far with the movement.
But counterpoint, it's funny.
It is
right,
well
continue.
epic.
Whether like if you find it fun to use like that, I can't say no, it's not fun because like fun is subjective. But like for me, it is not fun to use, and as you said, like it's not a great weapon. But I think the whole fucking thing about it is it's like literally, and I'm gonna use a big word, antithetical to Scout's fucking design. Like when you are most effective as Scout, like right up by the enemy, it pushes them further away from you. Well, I don't understand why you'd want that.
Sam's going crazy with the thesaurus.
Yeah, I whipped it out just for that.
He's whipping it out, boys.
Well, I made a whole video about it, so you know.
Indy, someone is begging in the chat for you to talk about the backscar. So can you read the script for your first ever video and talk about the backscar? Indy! Oh, he's muted. Fuck, I didn't even realize.
Did Indy fucking die or something?
I think his dad's
I think Indy sensed the backscatter coming up and dipped.
Oh, he's back.
Sorry, I had a phone call. Did the entire thing fall apart?
No.
Me
I literally we literally just realized you were muted.
Okay, thank God. I was like, okay, well they've all like.
No, we were having a deep discussion about the.
We start getting into political discussions.
We didn't even know you were muted until like a second ago. Anyway, I was calling you out because what was it? Someone is begging for you to talk about the backscar, so I said you should read your first ever video script and talk about it.
I don't think I have it. I mean, I might have it.
No, I didn't mean literally. I just talk about it.
No. I know you did. I know you didn't mean literally, but I might actually still have it.
You don't
I don't.
In
It got
the
deleted.
TF2 video, I swear. I think I might be wrong.
It was my first ever scripted video was praising the backscatter. It's like this thing is so much fun and it makes a really cool sound. And then it like plays a 5-second clip where I like fumble trying to like get it to shoot once. It's like I like the backscatter. I think it's like what I mentioned with the candy cane. It's a good training weapon because if you really want to get good at meat shots, it like forces you to because it does like nothing in mid range. So if you really want to get good at getting up close and personal and getting those meat shots and learning how to flank, I think it's a good weapon for that. So I think it's a good training wheel weapon. If you the best backscatter scout out there will always be worse than the best scattergun scout out there. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but it is good for training purposes.
You just pissed off the one backscatter fan in the chat.
Fuck! Or was that a new banning thumbnail where it's like the backscatter and it was like scout
getting back shots in TF2?
Yeah, what a great title for a video.
I don't think that we're gonna have a better title in a long time.
Getting back shots in TF2. Except that one video that we've been planning that I don't know if you're gonna do or not. Can we reveal the title? With the 5 what? Huh?
Say it.
We had this idea of 5 TF tubers trying to talk to a real woman. I think that's the only title we can come up with that's better.
We've been trying to get that to happen. So
Yeah. What was it? What do you guys think of the amputator? Is that the one that like has like the taunt that can heal people?
it's all right.
All right.
Yeah, I actually have a hot take on another medic melee. I think the Solemn Vow is like really good. It is like only second to the Uber Saw, because well, if people be like, "Oh, Solemn Vow, whatever, my spy's gonna tell me the enemy's health," is like, he will not. When has he ever?
No, what they
But,
say,
Doesn't
like,
have voice chat enabled.
what
like-
they say indeed, they say that you shouldn't use the Solemn Vow because the medic should know how to count Uber already.
yeah, like
It's
whatever.
do they actually like? Unless you're playing like sixes, I don't think they are. It's like impossible to judge.
No, it is impossible. But other than like knowing like the enemy's Uber and stuff, which is also like good and powerful. Another thing is with at least when I play with Solemn Vow, I tend to play a lot more aggressively, because when you see a scout, all right, as a medic, you're like, I need to get away from here. He will two-shot me. I will die. It's over. But when you see a scout and you have the Solemn Vow and you see that he's on 30 health, you're like, oh, wait, I can take this guy. And there's a lot of moments where I use the Solemn Vow where like I find myself like getting a lot more kills than I would have otherwise, because I like finish people off. Like I see like someone's like wounded and they're rushing me because like, oh, the medic's gonna cower behind his team and I can get the med pick. But then I'm like, oh wait, you have 50 health, and I just shoot him with a crossbow. So yeah, it's a very underrated weapon, and it's also very hard to sell, because it's just me saying you can see the health, guys. But no, like try a couple rounds with it. I think you'll have a lot. I'll think you'll have like more fun, especially if you're upset that you don't get enough kills as medic, because that allows you to play a lot.
If you're
more
upset that
aggressive.
you're not getting enough kills as medic, I think it's time to main a new class. Like, I'm sorry.
No, that was a poor wording on me. If you're upset that you're not seeing enough like action as medic, you're not like in fights more often. Have the Solemn Vow, and you'll be picking fights a lot more often than you would have otherwise. That's my that's my take.
There's one guy in chat who's begging for you to talk about the big earner. The big earner.
The begin.
Is that an
Lister,
underrated weapon? I would say yes, because the speed is actually helpful.
Lister, give me your essay on the big earner right now.
It cool and it good.
Yup.
Worst guest
I mean,
ever.
That actually is like when I play spy, my go-to loadout that I use like 99% of the time is Letrange, Cloak and Dagger, and Big Earner, because I'll like wait for the distraction and then get like 6 kills. So I actually do like the Big Earner.
I think the speed on the big earner is very much a massive buff. It was massive,
It's good for chain stabs.
Very helpful for getting in and getting out. And yeah.
And let it all out.
It kind of does function in a similar way to the kunai, where it's like you can like get out really quick.
But it's not bullshit.
It's not, but yeah. But the kunai.
Why didn't we mention the kunai? Is that overpowered?
Oh, that's good idea or good point. That completely lapsed my mind.
Is it OP? Is it not? Is it what we think?
It's just lame to be punished for like like the fresh installs on your team.
That's true.
I don't know.
I don't know. Kunai. I don't really think about it. I'm not really much.
I'm never in a situation where I cannot take down a kunai spy. That's like not.
Well, there are
happened to
times
me
where I'm
yet.
like, why is this spy so fucking beefy? And he gets away, and I get really pissed off, and I go too deep. That has happened a few times. I won't lie.
There was one time that I remember I was on like snowplow or something, and like a kunai spy, he was like, he had like 200 health, and I was like heavy, and I was just like mowing him. It's like, why is he still standing? Like, where is he getting all this health from?
Yeah.
But he was just like sitting there taking it.
I'm trying to think of more. There was one guy I remember told me that the overdose is underrated.
Yeah, it's good. It's not bad at all. I use it. I use it with a Solemn Vow. Go figure. It's like it lets you people think of it. It's a good escape tool. It's like basically the escape plan for medic. But it's also good if you want to play a little more aggressively with like chasing people down and shit.
I think it's like it's one of those weapons where it's like the bent where like it's like the premise isn't bad at all. It's just that like it doesn't really. It's just like the effect isn't very strong. Like the speed is not that noticeable in my opinion, and the was it and the fact that you have to have it out I think is what really ruins it. Because like when you're playing medic, you really don't want to have your syringes out for that long. Do you know what I mean? You really want to be like most times you want to have your medigun out. Like you want to be healing someone. But I think it was if the buff was passive and was a little bit more noticeable, it would actually be like a really strong alternative to syringes and the crossbow even. I don't think it would make it better, but I think it would be a good alternative at least. But you know,
now
Team Fortress 2.
it's time to switch the topic.
Okay.
You've talked for long enough.
Yeah.
we are going
We
on.
have
We have one more topic. That's 20 minutes.
We have one more mini topic for the Valve historian to tackle, and then we have one more major topic. Okay, so give me your Valve historian. I need you to give me your mini essay on what if Valve continued making balance changes after Blue Moon. Where do you think it would have gone? What direction?
Oh, I mean, I hate to say it. I think they would have continued down the line of Jungle Inferno of trying to like make everything quote unquote viable, like competitively at the cost of like taking fun. I'm pretty sure that's where it would have gone. Because I think that's the main. I mean, this is just my like, it's just a theory. I think that's why they kind of stopped is because they were so hyped up. Like they had, like the money signs in their eyes from CSGO, and they wanted TF2 to be like a mini CSGO with like the competitive, and it just flopped. But I think if TF2 was still getting updated, I think they would have just kept doing that.
So maybe we're not in the worst timeline.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Balancing wise, at least.
Yeah, I mean, do you want Jungle Inferno too? Probably not.
Yes.
What do we actually think of Jungle Inferno as an update? Do we like it or not? Quick, just mini tangent.
As a closer.
Yeah.
I've got nothing to base it off, so I'll sit the same.
I mean, I enjoyed it
I'm
for
a
what it
Pyro
was.
main, so I took more positive out of it. I love the Dragon's Fury and the jetpack.
I like the contract.
How about the not Jungle Inferno, but the Blue Moon flamethrower ramp up? Do you guys know about that?
No, what is
Not
this?
specifically.
Oh my god. Okay. So after Jungle Inferno, Pyro's flamethrower was like way more powerful than intended. So then in Blue Moon, Valve added a ramp up system where if you kept your flames on your target, the damage would ramp up over time, up to 200%, which sounds perfect because then it's like if you spray and pray, then you're just getting mediocre damage. But then if you aim it, like line it up kind of like a syringe gun, you get like the good damage. But if you miss a single flame particle at any point, the ramp up is reset, which means effectively they made the flamethrower even weaker than before, and it hasn't been fixed.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, this sounds like really good. Why have I like never seen this come into play? And okay. Womp womp.
Well, good job, Valve. Great coding as usual.
Fucking I love AAA company.
I mean, I don't really. If it's Pyro, like I don't even play that much Pyro, so I don't really.
I love Pyro. I don't know. I think the way I see the flamethrower, it's like more of a secondary because the whole reason I use the flamethrower is to air blast and it's to set people on fire so I can flare gun them instead.
That's why the Dragon's Fury is so good because it feels like an actual primary.
It's like
that's fair enough.
I always say it's like Pyro's kind of like demo night if there was some like good mechanics that weren't just trimping.
I hate demo
Speak
night.
up, son. We can't hear you.
You can hear me on the stream, Sam. All right. Yeah. I thought Jungle Inferno was alright, but I just think those balance changes. Oof. No.
Yeah, that's the main takeaway most people have at this point was just. Bring it back. Bring back the cleaver combo. Bring back the ambassador.
Y'all don't, Sam. You
back my
don't,
boys.
Sam. You're a scout man. You do not know what you are missing with the cleaver combo. That was the most hype thing Scout had in his like arsenal, and they removed
Like,
it.
I wish I could have tried it.
There used to be like I swear there was a whole channel which had like 100k subs, which only I don't know if they only did cleaver combos, but their main thing was doing cleaver combo videos.
Yeah, there was like no commentary, just like pure fraggage. I know exactly
that
what
was
you're
like their
talking
main
about.
thing, and it was like
Because
super
it's
well
like the most
edited.
stylish thing in the game.
Yeah, and it was like super well edited channel, and just like Val said, "Nah, you don't get to make a living anymore. Goodbye," and just removed their entire entire
they
thing.
They nerfed it because of that one guy.
Just to like piss him off, and then the boy had to like find a new job.
He did stop making videos, like, by the way, after that update. Like, that's
I
not
don't
even like
blame
you're
him.
joking,
Oh,
but he
that's
like
so
stopped
sad.
making
That's
videos.
sad. But I mean, I've heard and I know people that had something like that, like that one weapon that they loved using, and then it got neutered, and then that kind of killed the enjoyment of the game for them.
That's just sad, man.
That was me with Babyface.
Babyface had that. Did it?
But it's still not bad. It's still like,
Babyface
alright.
got a catch of the like losing its like what it is gimp thing, where it's like the whole point of the weapon was like okay, Scout can go super fast, but he can't double jump. I mean the speed was like broken at one point, where it's like it like literally fucked with your hitbox, which I mean yeah that's bullshit. But now they've
No,
kind
that
of
was
got.
a lie.
fake.
That was a myth, yeah.
Oh, was that a myth?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, never mind that. I remember that being. I remember like seeing tons of videos
Yeah,
by that. And
everyone thought it, yeah.
I remember
But
seeing
no,
loads of videos. And then there were.
it's flat out a lie.
And I believed it because they'd always show that thing. It was like, oh, like there's just the hitbox of the Scout when he's going at full boost, and it would be like.
Isn't that video like that they always use like completely unrelated, like to anything?
They put that on screen every time.
There's one, I think they go by Jane something. Just look up like Babyface's blaster hitbox. This person actually used like an old version of the game and showed that at varying levels of ping, there was no point where there's like hitbox messing up.
Really? Oh my god! I can't believe that. I believed that for so long that happened. But
I mean, most people did.
Wake up, sheeple.
Well, it's because there was so many people being like, so yeah, the Babyface has the broken hitbox, and they would show the hitbox on screen of it like being broken. So we're like, oh, well, there it is. So it must be true. it's you know what I mean?
Yeah, because like all the YouTubers at the time as well just like said it as a fact. So you assume that they're right. They know what they're talking about. But
Where's
like no.
Where's Snopes on that one?
Exactly. I can't believe they got away with that for so long. Okay, so yeah, never mind what I was saying, but I don't know what I was gonna say. Like it got hit by the removing its like kind of like just like changing the weapon to be like kind of like a half-assed version of itself, where it's like so now instead of not being able to double jump, you can double jump, but when you do, it's not worth it because it ruins your entire boost. It's like oh, okay, whatever. And then it's like. And they also like made it so it's like you get hit by like 2 fucking bullets and you just womp womp. It's over. Anyway.
Okay.
Rest in peace, my boy.
Rest in peace, Babyface.
So now it's time for our final topic. Is everyone ready?
Okay.
So I have selected the
No, wait,
cream
I'm
of...
not ready.
Okay, we'll wait.
Okay,
we'll
What
wait.
is it, Sam? What is it, buddy? Are you good?
I'm ready.
Are you okay? You
So-
ready? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
We'll go through this together.
Okay. We'll do it together, friend. Come on, we're nearly there now.
So, I've selected the absolute cream of the crop, creme de la creme, from this month's r/TF2 weapon ideas
Oh,
subreddit.
Oh, hell yeah. Are we doing new weapon ideas?
So there, I have 15 images in this folder. Some of them are brand new weapons, and some of them are rebalances for existing ones. So we need to take this seriously. We need to find out what works, what doesn't. Get it all sorted. So when
I hate to say it, I kind of like this first one.
Oh, yeah. Wait, hang on.
Wait,
I gotta move to screen share mode. Give me a second.
Yeah. Well, Brody's getting
Let
this
me
set
see
up.
if this
Hold on.
fuck. Give me a second to set this up. Oh, fuck. Hang on. I fucked this up. Why is that plugin broken? Give me 1 second. Oh, well, I'll just turn this off. All right.
Tumbling in the rain.
I always have the fucking screen share mode broken when I start the stream. Oh, there we go. Now it's fixed.
Oh
Okay.
my god, it's really fucked up.
No, I fixed it. All right. Okay, now we're good.
I like the floating Azelle fucking when she's not here.
She's always watching.
No,
Yeah.
Azel's there. It's just like her. Like she pops in when she joins the call.
Which
Okay.
hopefully she won't.
Yeah, get out of here, bitch! Right, okay. Where is it?
Okay.
There we go. Here's
Is
the first
everyone
weapon
ready?
concept. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna I will read these out because now we're on Spotify, so you gotta. So the drunken wretch. When you taunt, it's a melee for demo man. So when you taunt, the weapon is mini crit boosted for 16 seconds. You gain 100 HP. You can't switch weapons while boosted, and you have blurred vision while you're boosted. So what are we thinking on this one?
I don't know.
I'm sold.
I guess
I
I feel like
actually-
there's
I
some
think
demo
this-
night. There's some demo night shenanigans.
This
Get into.
this actually seems like it would be fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Blurry
Yeah,
vision,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, I want more like just stupid fun weapons. Like I don't want the boring like the panic attack. I mean, this is basically like the old versus new panic attack. Like the old panic attack was just like stupid fun. I want more weapons like that. So I mean I wasn't sold until I saw the blurred vision, but that's just like so stupid. Now I want to use it.
Really, you would play TF2 with some Gaussian blur over
I
it.
would.
Yeah.
No,
That
maybe
sounds
they could do.
funny.
Oh no! Do you know what they could do? Just switch that out with like what they use for the spy tranquilizer dart in a Team Fortress Classic.
Black and
Perfect.
white vision.
White? That's
No.
even worse.
That wouldn't make
That's
that
not
wouldn't
worse.
make sense. You don't lose color when you get drunk. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and all the
You're not
shit in
supposed to?
TF2 makes sense. Like fuck up.
Yes, TF2 is a realistic
Yeah, but like,
military.
that's just like actually doesn't like ridiculous. Like in what
No,
world
but
would
that's
that?
it.
In what
That
world
would-
would that even make sense?
That would be worse than blur, because when you see in black and white, you don't know like what team the person you're hitting is, and if you're boosted, if you're colorblind for 16 seconds, that would be very annoying because you would not know like what team people are on, so you would like spend more time like hitting your teammates more than anything.
You have a problem with blur?
I love blur. All right, okay.
So wait, this one that you guys actually like.
I like it.
Yeah,
like it.
I fuck with this. I think it's cool. I think this is fun.
Okay.
It definitely fits TF2. It's definitely not. I don't know if this would be bad for sixes. No, actually.
Blurred vision would disrupt the flow
That
of
would
Highlander.
disrupt the meta. Like, I'm sorry.
The flow of Highlander.
Shut up. Right, next weapon. I give that one a yes.
Okay,
That
next
is not a
one.
weapon. Oh, there you go.
The third degree rework reveals cloaked and disguised spies in a radius while
Leave
deployed.
spies alone. Leave them alone. Why does every weapon rebound have to like fuck spies?
But then it also deploys 33% faster.
This is
Oh, thank
stupid.
God.
This is
But
sucks.
then it just does less damage
It
and it
sucks.
swings slow.
No, Pyro already fucking pisses off spies. Can you imagine this bullshit? Seeing X-ray vision? Fuck off.
Yeah. Get this out of here.
It
And
stinks.
literally, that's just like that's just hacks at that point.
No offense to the guy who made this, but I'm sorry, this one stinks. Like, no,
Sorry,
No, do you
sorry,
know?
NG here, TF2.
this is
Do you know?
wild.
Do you know what we gotta do? Smack on the no random crits, and it's a balanced weapon.
That's that bet, and we're good. All right.
This is like the Darwin's Danger Shield 2.
We don't need any more hard counters. All right, get this out of here. Let
so
Spy have something, please. He's like,
So this one stinks.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
from me.
Okay, next one. Okay, so here's a rebalance for the fortified compound.
What?
A
A
fully
reskin?
A fully charged body shot causes the target to bleed for 5 seconds, but it also comes with a 15% damage penalty for body shots.
I don't really think this is
That's
necessary.
like whatever.
Yeah, very boring. Not really necessary.
Hold on, sorry, my brain's like not computing this.
So if you do a body shot, you inflict bleed but do less damage.
Like, why?
I mean, that's just kind of like the panic attack type of thing of like, yeah, it might be fine, but it's less fun. It's just like it's just like something different.
Okay. There's one thing that I think might make this quite good. There's one thing. If you get like a pyro to light up your arrow, burn plus bleed would rack up damage really fast.
That would be cool.
That's
But at that point, just get a headshot. Like,
yeah. At that point, just learn to. At that point, just learn to aim. So I don't know.
Like,
Why does it not do bleed on headshot?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also does full damage on headshot as well.
So yeah, I mean,
So
I like.
I'm sorry. Why would you use this over like the Huntsman? Like, I don't get it.
Maybe like I don't know about the math, but the Huntsman doesn't one-shot light classes. Maybe that's the point of this, is like the bleed is just enough to push it over 125 damage.
Kind of
Maybe that was the intention, but yeah, that's lame.
I don't like this one.
I think it's just boring. The only thing I can see with that is the like teaming it up with like a flamed arrow to like, do mega damage. That's the only thing.
Oh, that actually, I'm glad you brought that up. That's the other thing I wish this game had more of, is just stupid like team combos. Like, I unironically like the sun on a stick. I'm sorry, but I like it.
I think
it's funny.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like it's just like
it's
just a
so
scout.
very situational.
It's just a stupid ass scout bat. Like you can't like there's like these angry weapon reviews. You get angry ones like the sun on the stick is fucking useless. I hate it so much. It's like Jesus Christ, it didn't fucking shag your nan. Like calm down.
Shut up, Cash. All right. Let's oh, I think this is a brand new weapon.
I hate that name, the spaz out.
Yeah, it's a little problematic.
Yeah.
But it is a shotgun, so I
What's
assume
this for?
This is a shotgun for
who?
for
For
scout.
who? Oh,
Scout.
scout. Okay.
Okay. So it has 33% clip size. How much is that? That's 2 more shots. Like that has
So it's
that
8
bumps him up
shots.
to 8 shots. It's 10% more accurate. It gives you another half point cap rate.
Okay. Is that really necessary?
It does less damage, 20% less damage, and 10% less firing speed.
No.
It's
This
just
is
kind of
just like plus
nothing.
stat, minus stat.
Mm.
It's kind of lame. I'm not a big fan.
It's
I-
not like
I guess
The
like
curveball here is the point cap rate, because like who cares? Like Scout already double caps. Like
yeah, like, do
what?
we need more cap speed? Like I think it like maxes out at that point. Like honestly,
it maxes out a tree, but like I think you can honestly remove that one, and then you might have a solid weapon. But again, it like
That's just like the family business at that point.
it's just
That's
a bit
literally what it is.
for the scout.
I would like a more accurate scatter gun for the scout, because
There's shortstop.
like, huh?
Shortstop.
Yeah, but shortstop's not.
If you're
not,
crit,
it's not
I think
amazing.
if you run crit color shortstop, it's honestly not that bad.
Yeah, but that you're also a cunt if you do that. So
I know it is like a massive cunt maneuver, but it is like it does make it quite fun to use.
Thing is, this doesn't even shoot faster. So could you imagine like you have 8 shots that do like 20% less damage, and you have to just like slowly shoot each one and then slowly reload 8 shots? Like I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
the thing is, you have slightly extra range. So I maybe if you upped the accuracy just a small bit. But for me, this is like an It's not bad. It's not amazing.
It's just mid. It's kind of boring, and the name is a bit problematic. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, that's the real problem here.
I think that would cause some drama.
It doesn't even make sense. Like, what part of this is spazzing out? Whatever. Okay, so here's a Natasha
Does it need to be
rework.
reworked?
I mean, it is kind of shit.
I think it's all right. It's like it's
No,
definitely
I don't like
it's one of those names that are it can be very highly annoying, but I don't mind it.
So you press reload to overload your gun, drastically increasing your fire rate but decreasing your accuracy, and this comes at the cost of a 25% increased spin up time.
So it's like
So
so
that's
it's like you gave Heavy like an Overwatch like timed ability.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
It's literally what that is.
That actually doesn't sound that bad. Like that could be like you're making a push, and then you get a lot of up close enemies, so you just like kind of like splooge all over them.
Is that,
That could be good,
what
like,
a
on
wonderful way of
defense.
describing that, Sam. Splooge
Well,
all over them.
I feel
Yeah,
like
put that in the item description.
Yeah.
Press reload to splooge.
Call it change the name from the Natasha to the
this blue gun.
The
Team
nut
Creamer.
Tasha.
The nuts, Tasha.
I feel like this could work if it wasn't a toggle, if it was always like that, if it was like a weapon that like did more damage but it had like such a wide spread that you needed it to be up close.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
I
it's
think
a novel idea.
you're just getting into that point where it's just like, it's like, I guess that weapon would be good on like junction. Like, I don't know. But, like, apart from that, heavy already does like so much damage up close that I don't think adding more really matters at that point. You know what I mean?
feel like this kind of off topic. I feel like Junction is such a bad map. It literally has its own like meta. Like Sniper is awful.
Like fucking Junction is like the biggest, like, is like the easiest map to just like fucking.
It feels like another video game, like entirely.
We did last episode. We did an episode on maps with UAK Crash, and he said we had to like we didn't want to be negative. So, but we just like, but we couldn't help ourselves but shitting on Junction.
He was getting a bit peeved with us because we just kept shitting on Junction.
Like, no, the map crate is good though. It was like he made Harvest. He made Harvest, but it's just really funny how the same guy made Harvest also made Junction.
And you want to know what update Junction came out?
What?
The Scout update.
Perfect.
Like the worst possible map for the
just
Scout.
Fuck you.
Finally, here's your class gets an update. Here is the worst possible map to play it on. Anyway,
no saving this idea.
I think this is a no.
I think it's fine.
I think it's a
whatever.
No. It's I think we need enough timed abilities.
So here's a rebalance for the Babyface's blaster. 30% movement speed, just flat. But 2 less shots in the clip, like usual. Minus 15% health and no jumps.
Well, you can't jump at all. Just no double jumps.
No double jumps. All right, so no double jumps. So
you can't jump at all. There'd be some maps you just can't get out of spawn. I like this more than what it is now, but I don't know. I feel like the minus 15 health is quite big. I don't know, and it's 30%.
It feels like it's exactly the same, like the Babyface's blaster we have now, because you'll still like die to one rocket, like anyway. Like I don't know, like.
I think it's better than what it is now because it's like the one right now is just way too unreliable because it keeps going up and down all the time. I think having it consistent would make it a lot easier to use, but at the same time, I think I don't know.
I remember you said this party like on another 20 episodes back. You said a Babyface's blaster could have like the speed boost be like a timed ability, like how the like hype meter is. Like you know, like you right click and then you get like a burst of speed for X amount of seconds.
Yeah. I think that's how I would do it.
It's probably just not a good idea to give like permanent speed because again, like we said earlier, so many people literally thought it was breaking the game when it just flat out wasn't. But that's just like how insane the speed is if it's like permanent and you can't remove it. So I feel like some sort of like hype meter would be like really good.
Yeah, that's how I would do it.
This would become the worst scattergun just because of the health penalty.
I think it's more interesting like this. I still think I still think it's not the best way to rebalance this weapon. I think some sort of hype is probably the best way to do it, but I think this is more interesting than what it is now because what it is now is like so like annoying to use.
Imagine them pairing this with the Sandman. Like how much health would you have? Like what? How much?
I think you'd have like less than like you'd have like
I think it's 15 also. So that'd be 95.
Womp,
so you'd have 95.
Womp.
That would be awful.
You could die to like anything.
Okay.
Why is it collectors?
No, that's like whatever. Here's a brand new flamethrower.
70 plus damage to heavy.
And minus
versus other classes. Brackets beside heavy.
70 plus damage versus heavy.
Right, this is a bit.
Minus 30%.
This is a bit. Shut up.
No, this was posted completely seriously.
No, it wasn't. Shut up.
No way.
I do not
it
believe you.
It was.
I do not believe you. That level 1000 fucking besides heavy. This guy just fucking hates heavy.
Wait, if it says other classes, that already implies besides heavy.
Yeah, like why does he just really hates heavy? I think he just wants to make it abundantly clear.
Just had to make it extra clear.
Big Joe, you
So-
must suffer.
You will
we
suffer.
fucking with this. So do we fuck with this idea?
I think in like a epic Zane custom weapons server, it might be quite funny, but like I don't know if it work in real TF2.
70. That you would like melt him in a second. Like that is like awful. Like what?
I think that's funny. I think in like a custom weapons, but apart from that, I don't know. No.
I'm gonna pass on that.
I'm gonna have to get that word epic, but no.
So no tank terrorizer.
No, I think I do think it's very funny though. I would like to see it in like those like weapon like showcase videos. I'd like to see one of those for that.
Our next one is engineer wrench called
Oh
the
my God.
Smack-a-Mole, and it deals critical hits to the sky spies.
Leave spies alone.
Fucking hell,
But
man.
hitting an ally depletes all metal and prevents switching and swinging for
That
8
is that
seconds.
might be the single worst debuff I've ever seen. The most annoying debuff of all time.
Okay, that's like an awful weapon, but that's actually pretty funny with like the name, because that's literally what it would be.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's a good name, but like, God, that's a fucking
that is the
horrible.
worst.
Yeah,
That
I mean, no one would
sucks.
actually use it. They would just be like, "Oh, this is a spy, maybe. Let me shoot him with my gun."
Also, sorry, that your team could just fucking troll you. Like they could just stand in front of you constantly.
Like you're
is-
trying to like upgrade your sentry, and he just so some
Yeah,
scout just like
y-
walks in front of you.
Yeah, no, they could purposely do that, just ruin your game if you're using that. I don't think this was thought about more than, the title.
I mean, I think a guy like thought of the name and then tried to like fit a weapon in there.
Well, wait, hold on. You forgot the last stat.
Oh
think
yeah,
that actually
no,
does
no
it.
random crits.
But that makes
Yeah,
that
there
makes
we
it all right. That actually I thought.
Now we're good. Now
I
we're good.
Give that a stamp. Approved. Right, let's go.
All right, next one is the inoculator. So this is
Lunchbox?
Yeah, what? Huh?
no, that's a mixed signal, but this is a melee for the medic that removes debuffs when using your melee. So you hit someone with your melee, you remove a debuff from them, like
like-
bleed or something,
Like Jiraiya.
and Girardi marked for death. And
Okay,
all that kind of
all right,
stuff.
I can see that. Yeah.
And if you remove a debuff, you gain a 5% speed increase permanently,
Okay,
capping at 5 hits.
I don't know about that one.
And then you can't remove debuffs with your medigun.
You couldn't do that before.
And you start at 100% speed, so you start the speed of the engineer, and it's 25%
Okay.
slower sprint.
I don't
You
think
spelled engineer wrong.
engineer.
No, it's Enginner.
Oh yeah,
Enginner.
yeah, my bad.
Don't be careful that one, Sam.
This is just like bloated. Like the idea of like something removing debuff is cool, but why the speed?
Yeah, like
It
that's
feels
what I was
like
gonna
two
say.
weapons in one.
I'm gonna say I don't hate the idea. I think the idea is actually not too bad. It's just that like everything else about this is like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, well you can remove the middle one because your medigun doesn't remove debuffs.
I think it
Well,
speeds
it
it up.
lowers the time. Maybe that's what they
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah, I think that is what they mean.
But it's like, let's say, it's just like, why? It's like a pointless down. It's a
I-
pointless
speed-
downside.
Speed is not something the medic is in desperate need of.
No,
I
he's-
don't think it's like
He's the
if you
second
had-
fastest, right?
okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
Uber could be good. If you gave this a slower Uber build than the Uber saw, it would be less dangerous to go for because you're only hitting your own teammates. But it'd still reward you for
right.
fucking using it. So it could work, but it would need a good few changes.
Right. Yeah,
I
I think
just
the,
think-
the inoculator does have some
I think
potential.
keep the first stat and then just everything below the first stat needs to like be changed. Like, I'm sorry.
And we need to
Yep.
address the elephant in the room. Why is this a lunchbox?
Maybe he like eats the like piss off the dry. I don't fucking know.
he like slurps it up.
Licks the needle clean every time.
Bleh. All right, next one.
Okay, next one.
How many of these do you fucking have?
The
Okay,
Schooner.
the Schooner is
The world's
uh,
worst name. All right, I'm sorry.
is another scout. Is another
That's
scout
hunting
primary.
rifle.
So you hold fire to charge up your shot,
What?
and then you release fire to unleash the blast. So it does 20% less damage. It has 2 less shots in the clip, and overloading the chamber causes a misfire, and no ammo from dispenser. So
Why
it's,
the last stat? What does that have to do?
It's a copy of the Beggar's Bazooka.
Oh.
that's
Yeah,
what it has.
I like this.
Oh, so it's kind of like the panic attack, what it used to be.
A
Kind
beggar,
of, yeah.
Yeah.
like a beggars for scout. That's not. I like the idea. But I don't get the thing of the damage penalty. I don't think if
I
like
think the idea is that if you hold it down for long enough, it does more damage than a meat shot would. But you know, we don't have the stats here. But I think that's the point of it. So if you like just tap it, it does like less damage.
Okay. Oh,
I give the Gooner a pass. It just needs a bit of a few tweaks.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, why?
I also think the clip size penalty is kind of useless because like if you're gonna charge up a shot, you're already taking all this time, so you're gonna reload anyway. Like you're not gonna like shoot them one after the other. I don't know.
I do fuck with the idea of having like a panic attack type scattergun for Scout. I think that could actually be really fun. It probably wouldn't be very good, but it would be a very fun weapon. But first off, calling it the fucking Shuna is please pick a new name. Second off, the dispenser thing is just, I get it's trying to be the beggars, but it's just, I think with the game of the beggars, it's just not necessary at all. Like it's just because like all you got to do is switch weapons. Like why does that exist? Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it just needs a new name.
The Schooner. Okay.
All right.
Now
cool.
we're talking.
Or whatever.
So we got the thick buster. This is another primary
not looking
scout.
good off the surface, man.
So it has 100% bullets, whatever that means.
What does that even mean? 100 plus bullets. Like that means nothing.
It's 75 minus accurately,
Wait, who's this
35
for?
damage penalty, 80 minus fall off range,
The Fallout
one bullet in a clip.
Wait, wait, hang on, Indy.
Bullets. There's 100 more bullets. What does that mean?
Indy, isn't this gun in fucking typical colors?
Well, no, that's the image, but it is
No,
not.
but I swear there's a gun like this in typical colors.
No, the typical colors. This gun is what we looked at earlier. It's like a panic attack with a scout.
Okay,
It's like I digress. There's still more stats. 75 minus reserve ammo and 70 minus reload speed.
I don't know. I mean, it's unique.
I'm so confused by the 100 plus bullets, and then you read down 1 bullet in the clip. What does that mean?
Yeah, like like what do you?
I think it means like 100 more pellets in a shot.
I think it's.
But it's one. That's what a pellet is a bullet.
I think what it means is that there's 100 pellets in a shot, but there's 1 shell in a clip.
Yeah.
Right. So it would do like 300 damage per shot.
I think this is just kids first.
Okay.
You know.
Try
like,
and think of this as like as a play style for Scout. You would your play style would be run in, shoot like one boy, kill him, then die every time.
Basically,
It'd be the most brainless strategy of all time. Like actually think about it. I feel like you could make it work with the bonk. Maybe like you could go in, kill one boy, bonk out. I don't know.
Oh, and this is a spicy one. A lock and load rework. Okay.
Okay, if it's like if it's like how it was before, I'll fuck with it.
This weapon reloads its entire clip at once at 25% slower speed. It has a 20% damage bonus, like you used to. 40% projectile speed, minus 50% explosion radius, minus 50% clip size, and the usual lock and load, like no splash damage.
I like that. That's good.
Why the reload entire clip if you're just gonna lower the speed? I don't get that. And it's only 2 things.
Well, it's to do like I think it's to do like a force of nature thing where it like reloads like both shots at once.
I guess.
I think that's okay. Then. I don't mind that. It's basically the same, just with that one change. That's how it used to be.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Like I think it was fine before. I don't know why they nerfed it. There was a lot of people saying it was overpowered, I remember, but it's like It's like it's like a high risk, high reward weapon.
I mean, this is kind of better than what it used to be.
Yeah, I think it's better than what it used to be.
Well, it's because on there used to be a thing called random damage spread, and that meant with the lock and load, normally it'd deal 120 damage, but then with that random damage spread, then about half the time you could just one shot light classes from any range. But they never, I think they nerfed it, and then they just like disabled random damage spread. So it's like, what was the point of the nerf?
Yeah, yeah. I think I still campaign they should just bring it back or do this. I think this is a good one. I like this, but it's basically just what it used to be.
All right, so now we got the sniper vision.
Sniper vision.
Leave the spies alone.
Okay, so let me read this one out uninterrupted. All right, this is
just
this
before
is,
you start, I'm like these are killing me from the inside.
this is I from the original Reddit post. This said this is a secondary for the pyro. Okay, so secondary for sniper. My bad. Allows the sniper to see invisible and disguised spies. Sniper vision can be sapped. When the sniper vision is sapped, everything in the sniper's vision goes dark. Grants its abilities passively. Does not need to be selected. Oh, it takes up the primary slot. What? Well, hold on.
Wait, hang on. What?
Hold on.
Wait. So you're going SMG only Call of Duty Modern Warfare style.
It takes up the primary slot and plus 25 health on there.
No, womp womp.
Like as a jokey subclass, I think that would be funny.
This one would needs to stay relegated to the Zane custom weapon server. Like I'm sorry, I cannot. This is not.
If you're gonna be a more mobile sniper, why do you need a buff against spy?
Why would you want to play SMG sniper? That sounds miserable.
Even with 25 more health, like it just sucks.
Actually, yeah, anything that shows where like fucking invisible spies are, no, instant no, because it just completely gets rid of one class's only strength. It's fucking ridiculous.
So I don't know. I'd love if this one was in.
I'm sorry, Agron, but this is not it.
Level 100
Googles.
But is it like a website you can make these on? Because like they all look the same.
Yeah, there's a website.
Okay.
You have to be reading the typos as they are.
The wanking prick.
Okay. No. This is a reskin of the Eternal Reward, but the Redditor said, what if it had its own stats? So here's this one.
Oh my god.
Trick. On kill, spawn skeleton where victim died. Plus 150% decloak speed and on kill minus 25% cloak.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Is it like the shitty 20 FPS Halloween skeleton?
Yes.
I'm sold.
That's so funny.
Imagine it's like not even Halloween, and there's like, why are there 20 skeletons?
Why the fuck is there a skeleton attacking me? Okay. I think just for that, like buff alone, yes. I think that's funny.
Is this a banger?
I mean, I don't think that one's gonna be balanced for the sixes meta, but I think it'll be well played. That would have
skeletons running around like the sixes.
It's like Highlander, fucking skeleton, like spy backstabs the sniper, spawns a skeleton where the sniper was. The skeleton drops the med.
Skeleton drops the med.
Oh my god! Imagine losing like your fucking comp game because you died to a skeleton.
That'd be the funniest thing ever. No, okay, yeah, I don't even care. I'm thinking about it a second more. Get this in the game.
You get a med drop with the skeleton. That's so funny.
Skeleton on the point, caps with back caps, wins the game.
Fucking skeleton. Okay, and last but not least is the MANN Razor. It's a
is it by Manscaped?
It's a melee for spy. It's a knife. Mini crits on face stab. Insta kill anyone using a beard cosmetic and makes their death screen very high pitched.
I like that. I like it. Says backstabs do 0 damage.
Backstabs do 0 damage, and there's a 25% damage
Yeah.
penalty.
I don't know about this one in the sixes format, not in Highlander.
No, then you would have to go beardless in there.
Does
and
that
six-
mean that demo is just like demo instantly dies to this? Because he's got a beard.
No, this is beard cosmetic.
Womp womp.
So
That
What if it's
adds
what if
Does
it's
does it remove the beard from their corpse? That's the question.
okay, now that would make it a banger.
what about mustache cosmetics? What about sideburns?
Say your prayers, Uncle Dane, Lazy Purple, Soundsmith.
It's over.
I'm
It's
coming
fucking
for you.
I mean, yeah, why not? April Fools, put it in. That'd be funny.
I'm trying to I'm ignoring the thing in the middle. Like mini crits on a face stab, but it has a damage penalty. Like it's like, what's the point? Like how much is a mini crit? Like
It's like 15%, I think.
yeah, so it does less damage than the stock knife anyways on a face stab.
I actually think the Tranken flank should be in TF2 from TF Classic. I think that's so funny.
What's that?
So in TF2 Classic, there's the tranquilizer gun, and there's a mechanic with that where if you hit someone with the tranquilizer gun, like sends them black and white, and if you face stab them, it'll do a crit, and you can like kill people.
It makes all melee damage they receive crits, so you could you tranquilize them and then face stab them, and it's really fun.
It's actually a really fun combo to hit, and it's surprisingly balanced. Because like the trank gun, it's like it doesn't do much damage on its own.
It's like a projectile as well.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
hard to aim.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
It is cool. You should try it. It's actually quite fun. All right, could we go back to the regular overlay? That works. Okay, switching now.
The manscaper.
I do like how it's called Manscaped. Like that's pretty funny. Anyway, I don't know. Kind of hate TF2. I'll be real.
Yeah.
We're not doing this podcast anymore.
I'm
I
not
fucking
doing
hate
it
this
anymore. I
game.
can't fucking take it no more. I fucking hate you guys.
I think it's time to wrap up. And so guys, hope you enjoy. This is Swishcast, the only Team Fortress
Wait,
2 podcast.
Do we have any Q&As from the chat before we go? 'Cause we always do that. You need anything
I mean, if you guys have questions for
Well,
Lister, now is the time.
We'll start taking questions from the chat while we wrap up.
Yeah. So while people are writing their questions, I'm gonna say Swishcast.
People want pastime. Sorry, continue.
People do want pastime.
We'll talk about pastime after this. Oh,
Nerty has been begging for pastime for the past 3 episodes. Should we do a pastime episode? Should we
you
just
cannot make an episode on pastime. We'll talk about.
I feel like we could. I feel like we could.
You can do it
We
on
are
like all alternate game modes, like manpower.
Oh,
manpower.
now that's an idea.
There you go. Next
Now that's
episode.
an idea. There you go. Now we have the next episode. Thank you, Nerty, in the chat.
I do want to say pastime is underrated because if you just don't know the maps, as there are these community pastime maps which are like way smaller and like don't let you play engineer of centuries, and they're actually like really fun. You can like surf on the walls, like do like sync jumps when you throw the rockets, and, like bounce. It's like actually
we will talk about it in the next episode.
I have talked about it before. It is actually peak.
Yeah.
Can I get that? I want to put that in montage on screen.
So I'm waiting for any questions for Lister, but in the meantime, we're a weekly TF2 podcast. If you want to tune in, we always talk about TF2. It's always the 3 of us, or Azel, or Cashew, but they're also equally funny, if not more funny than Sam usually. But we're finally we're finally on Spotify. You can check that out in the description. This episode's gonna go out on Spotify a day later. So if you're listening to this on Spotify, go on the MANN Magazine YouTube channel and you'll catch the episodes live as they come.
Can you please show off the Switchcast mug, please? I'm begging you.
I don't have it. Do any of you have like a picture?
Sam,
Just
you have
take
one.
a picture.
You have a picture on your Twitter.
Oh
yeah, someone posted it. I saw it.
Yeah, so MANN Magazine the heads at Man Magazine begged us to have a one piece of Swishcast merch.
We didn't really want one because we knew no one would buy one except us. But we,
Yeah,
but he was like, you need to have one thing, please. So I said,
one thing, and we were like, okay,
so we caved
fine.
We have a beautiful Swishcast mug. I have one. It's actually like really high quality. Like I was surprised.
I'm still waiting for mine to arrive. But if you really want Swishcast in your day to day, you want the logo made by Alto Arcade. It's on the Man Magazine merch shop. So I'm gonna put in chat party if you want to put it on screen. It's the logo's very big. It does not fit on it like wraps around the whole mug. But you know, if you want that. But anyways, yeah, I was going to say, we're on Spotify. You can catch us there. I record a special intro for the Spotify episode, so, you know, extra content for you.
In the top corner here.
Yeah, no. So if you enjoyed this, we do it every week. Make sure you tune in. Lister, if there's anything you want to shout out for yourself, you can go ahead right now.
All right, I got one thing to say. I think pastime sucks.
No!
Oh, no.
Mic drop. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, the normal pastime is actually awful because it's just everyone goes scout and then the other team goes engineer. But I know what you're talking about with like the community pastime. That actually looks sick.
Have you seen the montages of that? I've seen them. That's
yeah,
so
that looks
cool.
Really cool, actually. But they also had to disable something. Like apparently, if you hit the ball at any time, it goes neutral. So like hit scan can just ruin the entire game. They had to turn that off.
That sucks. But I still think I think the potential for a good pastime mode is like there. Like the idea isn't bad at all. Like those montages like sell me on it so hard. I'm like, oh my god, they made pastime peak. The thing that I hate, the thing that is keeping it is that there's too many players. Well, there's not enough players. Or the first there's not enough players. But then if there are a full server, there's way too many. Engineers should just I think they should just for engineer, he should not be able to build sentries or teleporters or dispensers. He should only be able to build jump pads to do dunks with. That's my idea.
Bro played too much on Team Fortress Classic.
No, but wouldn't that be sick though? No, because fucking sentries and pastime is womp womp. I'm sorry.
That's like every alternate game mode. That's manpower. That's the new zombies.
Yeah, it's just
just kill the engineer. TBH.
Yeah, but jump pads for what is it? For pastime, that could be peak because then you could do fucking NBA dunks.
My hot piping take for pastime is gonna be said in the next episode. So
wow.
Yeah.
What about Sam? What's your piping hot take?
No. Next episode, we've talked about pastime long enough.
Sorry, I'm just watching the stream. Can you stop fucking trying to shill the mug?
I'm shilling the mug.
We don't even get any money off of it.
No,
we
get no. If you buy the mug, it goes towards all the artists.
It goes towards the artists in Man Magazine.
We don't get a dime. We do not receive a dime
directly with super chats.
No, because I'm awesome. Okay, and right, we have super chats now. Yeah, if you want to throw us money.
We're not
I love money. I really, really love money.
To be fair, Sam is broke. He lives on the streets. Have you ever seen him
have you
ever seen him do a live stream? He's always in a brick wall because that's the alleyway outside his Lidl where he gets his food from the bins. So if anyone needs it, it's him.
If you donate a 20, you'll be a host in the next episode.
But the thing is,
fucking promise that.
Yeah, that's how he got it.
The thing is, right, even though Sam is
hey guys, just do it. You can be in my spot.
Even though Sam is starving in a little and is desperately needs money, we will be taking a freeway split anyway. You donate so I can get a DoorDash.
You can't even get a DoorDash for that little.
Have you seen that guy who said if he gets there in under 20 minutes, he'll tip his DoorDash 20 quid. He speeds along the highway at max speed on the GPS.
Classic video.
That's a great video.
Team Fortress 2 podcast. So yeah, I think we're done. Nobody has any questions for you, Lister. That's that's on you.
Yeah, my bad.
It's just that
it's because all their questions were on the lock and load, and I answered all of them.
We answered all of them.
You're so thorough that this is the first time that they don't have any questions. It's just done. Yeah, so there we go. That's it. I never know how to end these things, so I'll leave it to Sam.
It's been fun, but now
All
I've
right,
got
guys.
to
Thank
go.
you so much for watching. Again, check out Lister's YouTube channel. He makes great content, but it's not as good as Not Sam G and Party Pug. Indie's a bit shit. Let's not lie.
No.
So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next